Three. Okay. Hi there, everyone. We are actually here now. Sorry. It was.
Where are we?
We are live. I also,
Live
by the
where?
way, when I started streaming with us actually live too. So people who were here got to see us talking. But I cut it off before the whole thing that you probably don't recorded. Don't worry, that wasn't on.
What the hoedown?
The thing about your friend and the charged conversation. Don't worry about it. Never mind. Just shh. It's fine. Nothing salacious from the green room. What made it onto Twitch? Don't worry.
Whatever.
It's fine. It's like I don't care. I'll see it again.
Listen, I'm just like whatever, man. I'm
summer.
like an open book that's transparent. I'm like air.
Unreadable?
Yes.
Yeah.
Non-existent. Imaginary.
Yes. Okay. So anyway, some of us are feeling silly, which I'm sure bodes well for this very serious, dramatic game. Right? It's not campy at all. We got to put our game face on. We're going to play Sasha the Vampire Slayer, which apparently people like because since last week, it has racked up quite a total of views.
Nice.
So people seem to enjoy it. Let's see if we can ruin that. So let's just take this thing straight down the toilet.
Crushes the word.
If I roll the way I did last week, we're gonna be fine.
Yeah, well, you can't fail at things because you're the Slayer.
I'm so OP. It's just ridiculous.
You can't say it.
It's true, but we'll see. That sounds like a challenge to me. Anyway, hey.
No, yikes.
Before the chaos begins, why don't we do the thing where we let everyone know who people are and the character they'll be playing. And Mauro just put something in his mouth, so let's talk about Dauber first.
Why do we do that?
Because I'm mean.
It's nice to meet you. I'm a huge fan of combos of any kind.
Nice.
I'm
Me
playing
too.
Dauber today. Dauber is handsome. He's big. He's handsome. And he's popular. I should tell you everything you need to know about him. He is Sasha the Vampire Slayer's brother. Formerly the star of the family, but is now starting to fade from grace and is noticing it as he approaches the end of high school. He's frequently tutored by his friends Melody and Mr. Payne, the janitor who works in the library. That's great. Between all of this, we all just get along.
Yeah.
Dauber just finds his way, smashing stuff and smashing.
Yes.
Melody?
Well, as we learned last episode, Dauber's class is liability.
Yes.
That's fine.
Yep.
Hi, Sin.
Hi, I'm Sin or sinful __ potato. That's with 2 underscores. You can find me here on Twitch at that name or on Instagram or Twitter, TikTok pending, or YouTube. I stream on Twitch occasionally, and I post VODs on YouTube. And the next VOD that's coming up on YouTube is the 3rd episode of the Masks game, streamed in March at some point. That will be on Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Eastern. Whatever time zone we're in right now. Or what I'm in. Eastern. Yeah. I play Melody, who is the psychic of the team. And she's haunted by her guardian, who is a ghost named Min. Yeah. And she has a ghost cat named Fritz. Fritz.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's all.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Very wholesome.
Yep.
Grognard.
I'm Grognard. I'm playing Mr. Payne, the librarian, which is the term for the janitor who works in the library. Also the watcher.
You clean up all our messes.
And I wear hats, and that seems to be what I do. All right. Oh, I'm the watcher, in case I didn't manage to get that.
I thought you were the janitor.
Of books, yes, we keep them clean and tidy.
Okay, that works. Meg.
Hi, it's me. I'm Megan Amell. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. And I am playing Sasha, the vampire slayer. My character's totally OP. She's totally a teenager. She does kind of take it seriously, but also she's still very much a teenager. She worries about her friends. She worries about her brother. And her goal, is to keep everyone safe. And that's what she's really serious about. So even though she kind of shirks her duties sometimes and doesn't read the books that Mr. Payne gives her to read because they're too long and boring, she still is, when it comes to fighting and protecting, she's very 100%. So
Yes, as we learned very well last time. Hey, who remembers what happened though?
We won.
I mean, more or less.
Made out with the cute girl.
You did
God,
not.
we
You did
killed
not
the
make out with
dragon,
her.
Got
Didn't-
the treasure, right? Isn't that what
No.
happened? Oh, wait. Yeah, different game. My bad.
right.
this one
I
I,
mean, you
don't
did.
actually remember very well. Like I remember parts of it. We went to we started hearing about this party happened, whatever, and that people disappeared and then they reappeared, but they were super pale and whatever, and they were like, oh, that's sketch. And then we saw these people that looked like really tired and it looked like we decided they were like, oh no, they're feeding on them, and one of them was Juliet. And so we followed Juliet home and we were going to protect Juliet in her room, but then this is where it gets fuzzy. Something happened and we went to we had to go somewhere.
Well, Sasha forgot her stuff.
Yeah, Sasha forgot her stuff. So then her brother was going to bring it to her, but then he got sidetracked because somebody was like, come make out with me. And he was like, and he went and whatever. And it was actually a trap. And so then we had to go save him instead of watching Juliet. And then Juliet is now possibly in trouble.
Yes.
We were at the mine.
But I think we killed everybody.
Well,
right? I think.
Okay, you killed 3 newborn vampires.
Yeah, got him. Cut one of them in half.
Yeah, it really you kicked one of them in half. It was very close.
They're also hot. There's cool factors on that.
Oh my gosh.
You kill the hot vampires. Extra points.
And Dauber spent half the episode shirtless and oiled up for some reason.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's
Is
right.
on the WB or something? I mean, is that still around, or CW or whatever?
Yeah, well, this is 100% a C.
on you.
This is either CW or one step below UPN. I'm not quite sure which.
Oh,
this episode will tell us. But yes, the intrepid gang went down into the gold mine. So Dauber had been waylaid by a beautiful face, which is his weakness. Had been charmed by a vampire and was staked out in a ring of stones with a winged Ouroboros carved into the floor. And under Mr. Payne's guidance, they traveled down into the abandoned gold mine and found a very similar kind of ritualistic circle deep below with very similar carvings in it and figures on the wall, carved on the wall. You recognize that this could be the Midgard serpent as a sign of the coming Ragnarok. And you're like, but what about the wolves? And then you're like, oh, wait, vampires with teeth, the hunger, maybe that's it's figurative wolves. So yeah. And then we closed with the person that you had told everyone you were going to protect, Juliet, someone sneaking in their house. To kidnap her.
It doesn't look good.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Yep.
And let's not forget Greg Runson, the young guy who used to be Dauber basically when he was in high school. He also peaked at 17. Sorry, did I say that out loud? He was also being fed upon. And those are just 2 that you know of. And there's a group of some 10, 12, 13, 14, not quite sure how many teens who disappeared, some of whom are now members of a secret Pep Club chat group that your friend Maya, the Haxor girl, was able to break into and give you dot matrix printouts of.
Hack the planet.
Yes, exactly. And she hacks by typing fast, of course, because that's how one hacks. So,
Lots of windows coming open in the lots
yes, of course. Yeah, just lines of numbers because that's a viable UI. So, you are deep underground in some sort of weird ritual setting,
Cool.
realizing that the end of the world may in fact be nigh.
Again, so all of you with the phones that have the cameras in the back, let's document this, and then we need to get back to Juliet because somebody forgot their equipment and we had to bring it to them. Judging face.
Yeah, Sasha.
Okay, but listen, like in my own defense, I was writing with Dauber earlier, and I thought I was gonna be writing with him the whole day.
No,
I'm
riding
just-
with Dauber is never.
That's fair. But I thought I was gonna be in his car all day, so I didn't even think about it. That's my bad.
Yeah, sure.
But who is here without their equipment at the end of the day? Unprepared.
I got the gun show still.
Big audible sigh.
Wow.
Long suffering. Let's clean this up, document this, and get back to Juliet's place so that we can figure out whether or not we've condemned her physical form to a living nightmare.
Yes.
I'd like to note that I don't use equipment, so I'm always prepared.
Yes.
Melody,
That's true.
yes.
Melody, why you gotta be like this?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, why can't you be more like Melody?
Wow.
You don't want to be like me, it's fine.
All you need is to replace your parents with a murderous ghost and her last victim, who is bound to her in death forever, which is fine. Very wholesome.
Well, at least she's she's got supervision. That's more than most kids these days.
I mean, it's true.
It's the carrots.
Anyway,
Everyone, gather up things, back up to the station wagon, and off we go.
yes.
I can pick up rocks.
Sounds like a good idea. Hey, who remembers how to get out of the mine?
I do, of course.
Okay, sure.
That chalk mark I left coming down.
You didn't, though. I'm sure you, however, remember that. So we can call that, I don't know, intelligence science? Intelligence notice, maybe, to see how much you noticed on your way.
Okay. Let me, because of course I have all that memorized, so let me just make sure that I'm remembering correctly.
This is D10s, right?
1d10. Yes. So the system is, for those who weren't with us the first time or don't remember, this is the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer licensed TTRPG that uses the cinematic unit system. So your die rolls are always 1d10. You then add an attribute and a skill. You may have special qualities that add additional bonuses or setbacks. But typically, when I call for a roll and say like an intelligence notice, you roll a d10, add your intelligence, which is 4, and your notice, which is 2, so a d10 plus 6. And you are aiming for, at minimum, 9, and then you can just tell me, in most cases where it's not opposed, you can just tell me the number of success levels you achieved.
I've achieved 2 success levels for a decent remembrance of what's going on.
Okay.
I'm like, aha!
So it took you about an hour to get down. It probably takes you about 2 hours to get back.
Okay.
So you make a few wrong turns.
Well, the outcropping of feldspar looks similar.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
You probably notice some fascinating geology that you have to pause and lecture Sasha on.
Well, geomorphology is extremely important when you're the Slayer. You need to understand things.
It's true.
Obviously.
It's true. And when you stumble into the chamber full of bones, you might pause for a moment.
So the question is, okay, not that there's a chamber full of bones, but how are they arranged? Like classic sort of like stack of skulls, stack of femurs, that kind of thing? Or is it more of an insidious kind of like, I don't know, dark ritual sort of arrangement?
Neither. It's more like they were trapped and died trying to get out. And then someone came later and removed the blockage.
Fun.
And it was kind of like, out of sight, out of mind.
Okay, so this isn't an ossuary; it's a killing room. We should leave now.
Well, you would remember, Mr. Payne, from your exposure to the history of Willow Bluff, that when the gold mine was in operation, the Paulson family they loved to hire immigrants because they thought immigrants were A, disposable, and B, no one would believe them about their lax safety practices. And you could always find more if a few of them die in a cave-in. And that happened a couple of times.
A mine operator with a lack of safety procedures?
They weren't great people. Also, it was America in like the turn of the 20th century. Most folks weren't that great. Most folks with money and power were not awesome.
Sorry, I won't say the snarky thing. Okay.
So, yeah, that's a little bit morbid.
Okay, well, as long as it's not like a dark ritual or an ossuary where we're,
Not as far as you can tell.
Yeah.
There might be some of that down there, but you only got a decent. Yes, so by the time you get out, I think it's probably midnight.
Oh, good time.
I mean, at least we know that we killed all the vampires.
Well, you killed 3 of them.
Yeah, that's all of them. Hopefully.
No. If you've seen one.
And also, lest we forget, they are certainly vampires, but when you slayed them, something slightly unusual happened.
Right, there was flames. It was weird.
Yes.
There were sparks.
In addition to turning to dust, there was a poof of flame that was
Fire.
enough to like singe arm hairs and scorch the tip of your steak, which is not typical of vampires. Except, of course, I mean, vampires tend to burst into flame when they are exposed to the sunlight, unless they are using skin wax, new from Syntec. Super, super duper high SPF. It's for, folks of Irish descent and Nordic descent, and it's totally not for vampires. But it does seem to be able to allow vampires to go out during the day. All right, so it's midnight. You are off in the creepy woods on the west side of the lake. What do you do?
Oh, my sister.
My suggestion is get back in the
Ours.
car and let's go see what's happened to Juliet.
Yep, we got to go check on Juliet because we had to leave her because of Dauber.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Dauber. I mean, yes, I didn't have my stuff, but if Dauber would have just brought me my stuff, everything would have been fine. No. So I'm saying Dauber's the issue. That's where it all went wrong.
Just get in the car. Just get in the car. Let's not. Okay, this part is done.
Shotgun.
Oh,
Just
He was already getting into the back seat before Sasha called shotgun.
Yeah, and Dauber is probably going to drive his car, right?
yeah. I'm just gonna drive my car.
Yes. As you climb in, you can smell the little bit of perfume left over from Nicole before she charmed you with her vampire skills and then tried to drain your blood in a ritual vampiric bloodletting. But still, fond memories.
Makes me happy. I crank up the Kenny Rogers.
Cool. So you caravan it back into town. Dauber's car is, of course, very, very loud. Not so much Mr. Payne's Woody.
No.
Did we decide that you have a Woody? Yeah, station wagon.
No, it's a wood paneled 78 Ford LTD 2 station wagon. Yeah.
There we go. I have no idea what that means, but I can visualize it.
It's a boat.
So yes, you pull up your large and
Inconspicuous.
I was going to say the opposite of that, but that's fine. Vehicles to the curb. Do you park right out in front of Juliet's house or what?
I'm going to park a strategic on the other side, sort of 2 or 3 houses back, to get the strategery of the situation.
Okay. You do. You can confirm that Juliet's mom's car is not in the driveway. If you'll recall, you saw Juliet's mom is a nurse and works overnight. And she was leaving when Juliet was getting home. So you don't know how long her shift is, but she probably won't be back until morning.
It's 12-hour nurse shifts. All right, Sasha, I want you to be reconnoiter the house, make sure that everything is good. If need be, come up with some clever and very plausible excuse for why you're knocking on someone's door at 12:30 in the morning.
Melody, you want to make mistakes?
It's not a problem.
Plausible.
It's like mistakes all day.
Let's do it, buddy.
Yeah.
So what happens?
Are we just gonna knock on the door?
Well, either you do something or I'm going to make a mistake with Melody.
Oh God, please, quickly.
Okay, I'm gonna listen. I will knock on the door. We're gonna start that way.
Okay.
And then if we need to eat somebody, we'll do it later. But for right now, let's just. Okay.
Wait. So
I'm
where
gonna go
is
to the
everyone?
door. You guys are preparing to yeet, right? If necessary.
No,
Yeah.
we didn't bring anything to drink or eat. Let's just go to the door and execute the plan. What do you?
No, Mr. Payne, yeet with a Y.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're gonna be eating over there.
Y-E-E-T.
It's like when I yeet my body at people.
Yeah,
No.
they're gonna yeet over there if I can't get.
Out in public? I mean, what are you even doing? Just okay.
No, it's okay. I'm shirtless. I'm all.
Yep.
Why to put your clothes on?
No.
What?
All right, I'm going up to the door.
Okay.
All right.
So
I don't know what
as
these guys are doing.
as Sasha approaches the door, where are Dauber, Melody, and Mr. Payne?
If there's like a bush nearby the doorway or something, I'm just gonna try and be like, I'm not a subtle, sneaky dude, but just
Yeah.
kind of like out of sight, but near the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait in the car,
Okay.
but kind of ready to spring into action.
Cool. Where's Melody?
Melody will be next to Dauber.
Okay. So you're hiding in a holly bush or something,
Yeah.
while Sasha traipses up onto the porch, and then do you ring the doorbell, or do you knock on the door?
I knock on the door.
Okay. No one answers.
I ring the doorbell.
No one answers.
I yell at the door.
Oh.
Juliet!
No one answers,
Hello?
but a neighbor's dog starts barking.
What are you
Do the yeeting.
around the top of the
Do the yeeting. Plan B.
I yeet with
Okay,
my
I'm gonna walk
brain.
away from the door and I'm gonna go quietly over to where they're thinking about eating.
All right.
Did you try the door?
No. I go back around quietly and I try to open the door.
The door's locked.
Okay. I go back around quietly. It's locked.
Did you try unlocking it?
What?
With what?
I
I don't know.
Your foot.
window.
You want me to kick the door in?
You
Melody?
killed the vampires. I assume you can pick a lock.
What is this? Why do they keep replacing the word windows with an orange? Window. Try the window. Come on,
The windows?
Okay,
The walls.
window. There we go. Send.
Try the window?
And the window.
All right, I'm gonna climb up to the window. Can I climb to the window?
You don't even have to climb.
Oh, okay.
It's already open.
Oh.
I'm going in.
Yep. You go in. You immediately smell kind of the smell of cold pizza.
Mm-hmm.
There is
Go on.
there's no light. Like there's maybe a light from down a hallway, like a little night light, but you can't actually see the light, so it's just a slight reflection on the wood paneled interior of Juliet's house. You can see the couch that you saw her laying down on earlier, and the little Afghan that she had covered herself with is on the floor. You can see that the pizza that she had made and had 2 slices of is kind of sitting there congealing on the coffee table, illuminated by the glow of a TV. with nothing on. And you can see a glass of milk that has been knocked over, forming a wet patch, a dark patch on the floor.
Okay.
Shag carpeting, I think.
There's no use crying over spilled milk. I'm going to go tell them what I saw. And I think we should probably get in there because it looks like danger has occurred.
Yes.
Well,
And you can.
It's the front door.
Yeah, the front door is just locked with one of those little.
It's fine.
You don't have to kick it in. It's just one of those little twisty locks. It's really easy for you to open.
Oh, okay.
From the inside. Yes. What happens?
I open the door.
All right, I'm gonna get the car around the back to a strategic location in case we have to egress at extreme velocities, and then come around and come in with my axe.
Okay, so you're going to park. You're going up the alley to kind of park. There is, in fact, a little detached garage out back with a little parking pad in front of it. So easy enough. The neighborhood dog that you awakened by knocking is still yipping very loudly. As you pull up and kill the engine and start to get out, you can hear a neighbor's back door bang open. Shut up! Some sleepy guy yelling at the dog.
Okay. All right, let's get in and search the house. Is this a 2-floor, 1-floor?
It is a 1-story bungalow.
Let's clear the main floor, and if there's a cellar door, let's make sure that that's closed.
It's Minnesota, so most homes have a basement, either finished or unfinished.
All right, so let's make sure that door is closed, and if not sealed, secure, and let's clear these rooms. Sasha, you know what to do, right? Right?
Yeah, got it.
Take your headphones off, please. We're clearing a house which maybe has vampires in it. Can you please take your earbuds out?
Oh, yeah. My bad. I'll tell you what, though. We should really probably invest in, at least one AirPod because, I'm so good at kicking butt when I've got the right music on. I'm just saying. Just one of them. Just one earbud. Think about it. Think about it.
No such thing as pods in the air.
AirPods Pros who can get the transparency mode so you can actually hear the vampires coming at you, too, while you're listening to your tunes. Definitely.
Exactly.
Okay, master bedroom. We'll start there, and we'll just go around.
Okay, I got you. I'm gonna bust out a couple spikes, just to get ready.
Gotta check the kitchen first.
No, we stay together. Do not split. Robert.
There's pizza.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Fucking fiends from beyond the grave too. There was a pamphlet.
Was there pictures in it?
Long-suffering sigh.
Dauber, we'll get to the kitchen, okay? Just relax. Let's go to the bedroom first.
All right.
Okay, so you all crowd into the narrow hallway and make your way to Juliet's mom's room. It's a little bit messy. There's a pile of scrubs on the floor, some orthopedic shoes in a pile. The bed isn't perfectly made. I mean, it's not dirty by any means, but this is obviously someone who works really hard. There's a mystery novel kind of open on the night table. It's an Amanda Delacourt mystery.
All right. So, any vampire sense in here? Do you sense the presence of the unholy and undead?
Oh yeah, let me do that.
Yep. Perception not doubled.
You're supposed to do it. I shouldn't have to ask you.
Wait, so it's perception?
Perception not doubled.
You have an axe.
Do I use anything else though, or just perception?
Just perception.
Just perception.
Just +3.
Okay. But then I have +2 because of...
But you have +2 because of your situational awareness, so it's a total of +5.
Okay. All right, good. I was like, only 3? What? Okay. Well, I got a 1, so 6.
Yep. Nope. You do not detect any vampires.
Oh, no.
I need you to focus. You need to stop whatever that is. And okay, I'm just gonna turn around. I'm frustrated right now, and I'm in a state of having enough.
Okay.
We're in Minnesota.
What? This causes me more emotional.
The house
distress.
catches on fire and you all die. No, never mind. Sorry.
Okay, so I take my other earbud out and I try to focus myself and I try again. Is that fine?
I guess.
That time I got a 6 and 5 is 11.
For how many degrees of success?
2.
You know what? For half a second, you think there's a little bit of a twinge, but then it's gone.
Okay.
It's gone.
So maybe.
Okay, let's get to the other rooms. Let's find. There's got to be a survivor. Oh, hopefully there's a survivor. Come on, let's go.
Yeah. Let's go. We gotta find Juliet.
All right.
Yes.
So you make your way back out of Mom's bedroom. The next door to your left is the shared bathroom. And it's a girl's bathroom. It has all the girl stuff in it.
Okay, let's clear
Everyone,
that.
whoever's going in the bathroom, give me a perception notice, please.
I assume Sasha's leading the way on
Yeah.
it. Oh,
All right.
Sure.
you're the vampire slayer. Okay, it says it like
Yeah,
right
but you're
there.
like my big brother.
I
Are
can't.
you using the compass?
You're just
Wait, what compass?
the magic compass we have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
Remember?
Sure, I got it out.
Yeah.
What does it do?
It's kind of spinning,
Okay.
but like erratically.
Doesn't that mean that they?
Well, that's not great. That's a 7, which is no successes.
Yep. Does anyone else
Sure.
Yeah,
Like-
I'm gonna.
turn on the
I'll look
lights?
around.
Well, that's not much better. Perception. 7. Ooh, nothing.
6. 0 successes.
With the lights on, I will say it's average, not challenging. So Mr. Payne is just about to turn the lights off when you see something red in the waste paper basket. There's a little spark of red.
Sasha?
I look at it.
I'm articulating chin.
Right. It is it's probably actually like a buff puff or something, some cosmetic like applicator thing. That's one of those little round cotton pad things. But it has 2 little red dots on it, like someone put it up against their neck.
This happened because we weren't here.
The blood is quite dry.
Still, I'm gonna blame.
But that's the only
Yeah,
thing untoward
probably.
that you see in the bathroom.
Okay, on to the next room.
The only other bedroom would have to be Juliet's.
I open the door.
Cool.
wait.
It's a teenage girl's room. It's a relatively serious, somewhat studious teenage girl's room. There's a little kind of IKEA desk with some bobbleheads on it. There's a few stuffed animals on the bed. The bed also hasn't been made, but again, relatively clean. There is in a bookshelf. There is a framed picture of a young Juliet and another kind of serious looking girl that you probably recognize from around town. Some girl named Ada. They look to be fast friends, but this would have been when they were in junior high.
Gotcha.
Other than that, nothing suspicious. And no bodies. No signs of struggle.
No splashes of blood against the wall, no plague of frogs, none of the usual sort of
No,
things.
no black candles.
Can we go to the kitchen?
Yeah.
Okay, Sasha, look around for any other signs besides for the spilled milk, any other signs of trouble. Also, I'll go and feel the milk and see if it's like spontaneously curdled or something in the presence of dark magic. Sometimes cows and milk might do that. At least that's, the legend.
No.
Right.
That's the pizza.
So I'll be very strangely going like this to the milk.
It's still quite wet. It's a little tacky around the edges. So it looks like it feels like it's quite room temperature. So it feels like it's been there for a while, but not a long while.
Okay.
Can I do perception in this room?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're just looking around, it's perception plus notice.
Okay.
Is the
I
pizza
got
evil?
a 4,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, and then my notice. 9, 10, so 12, which is 2 successes.
Yeah. So there is the empty wrapper of a take and bake from the Stop and Shop. Take and bake pizza. Supreme, if you're interested. Yeah. The kitchen is actually quite clean. The whole house, I mean, there's areas where it's kind of messy, but it's obviously very clean. Like, it's not super dusty. It's a kind of nice-ish middle-class home.
I want to open the fridge.
Yes.
Be careful.
Can I grab a
Why?
steak knife just in case?
Yes.
In case it's an interdimensional portal, in case there's tentacle monsters, it's a refrigerator. You don't understand.
Okay.
There is
Mr.
no
Payne,
Sasha.
you
There is
worry
only
too much.
Zool. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
No, it's fine. Inside, you see a number of Tupperwares labeled with days. Looks like it's Juliet's mom's lunch.
Oh.
Sat dinner.
Hashtag goals.
Right. There is a pressure cooker,
organized.
an instant pot on the counter. So she probably makes 4 or 5 days worth of instant pot
Yeah.
dinners. Well organized.
The discipline.
So jelly.
Same.
Yeah. You start to feel a little bit weird because you're poking around in a classmate's house. And aside from a little bit of spilt milk and the fact that Juliet is missing.
Ooh, casserole.
Yeah, there's some green bean casserole.
All right.
Can't
Let's
talk,
go.
I'm eating the pizza, so I can't.
She's
say
not here. I don't know if we
Topper
can
is
try to see.
Cold pizza.
Yeah, Topper's
Right down the
like
gullet.
helping himself. The thing is that I think we should look around the house for maybe a trail of someone like leaving or being dragged or like whatever, but I don't think they're in the house. So let's get out of the house.
We haven't checked the bait. What?
You want to go to the basement?
Move down. For all you know, there's a ritual summoning circle right underneath your feet. Look at the little compass, how it spins. Okay, the kind of frustration that only a teacher can have after you've given the instructions 3 times.
I thought you're a librarian.
And
I thought you were a janitor.
Wow.
You're cleaning up our messes.
3 times given instructions.
You just
Basement.
As you look at the compass, it whips to one side and then kind of waggles a little bit, and then it kind of gets confused and waggles in a larger and larger arc, and then it whips over to the other side.
The house is being watched.
And then it starts to randomly go around.
Or is under
Yeah,
your feet.
we can go into the basement.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go first.
Thanks.
Sure.
I put on my cat ear headlights.
Yes.
What was that?
bring the steak knife.
Yes.
But you were supposed to get night vision, and you just
Here.
No, it's good. I've been eating carrots. Melody told me about it.
no, that doesn't.
Beans.
Let's just go
Yes.
down to the basement.
It is semi-finished, by which I mean they've like laid an offcut of carpet on the slab and set up There's like a big screen TV down here and a last generation game console. It's like some bean bags and probably like the couch that used to be in the living room that, looks like it's got a couple of years of wear in it.
It's furnished like it's finished, but it's not finished.
Yeah, it's just like
Okay.
they created a comfortable spot to hang out in what is effectively a largely unfinished. There is, however, like a little kind of cubby, like a quarter bath down here as well. So it looks like at some point they started to finish it out. Washer, dryer, furnace.
Okay, but there's no stacks of bodies or
Nope.
dark rituals going on.
No
currently.
blood, no rift to another dimension. Ruled by an evil god bent on dominating the
let's
multiverse.
get out of here.
None of that
and
stuff.
Look for clues outside the premises.
Yep.
All right. Besides the shag carpeting, there's nothing horrific here. Let's go.
Right. Cool.
Let's get outside and follow that compass if we can.
It's very erratic. Do you go out the front or the back, or both?
Slayer?
Let's go out the front because we came in through the back, right? Kinda.
I came in.
You came in through the front.
Oh, through the front.
Oh,
Okay.
let's go through the
Mr.
back
Payne.
then.
Mr. Payne came from the back. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Let's go back to his car.
Okay. So you go out into the backyard. Mr. Payne, please make a perception notice for me, please. It is average.
So that's
So you'll add an additional 2 to it.
9, 10. Okay, so 11, 12. That gives me a decent notice.
Good. A decent is about all that's required to realize the dog isn't barking anymore.
Be ready.
Like you take several steps out before it's not that you see or hear anything. It's like you notice that the dog that was barking incessantly ever since Sasha knocked on the door is now completely quiet.
Okay. Dauber, Melody, Sasha.
And you, as you are now, you kind of go, shh. As you listen, you can hear someone's television very faintly. As if maybe a window or door is open. It's not blaring, so it's not like you're hearing it through closed doors and windows. And you didn't, like maybe you heard it in the way in, but you were being pretty cautious. You didn't notice it.
Can we tell which house it is?
Let's go see if that old man is dead. We need to check on him.
It's the house. You're
With the
facing the
dog,
back. The house with the dog and the guy that was yelling at the dog is over the fence to your left.
Yeah, I'm saying we need to go there because if the dog isn't barking anymore, either the dog's dead or he's dead, and we need to go check it out.
Okay. All right, stick with the Slayer. Let's entry in the knock on the front door.
Oh, go back out to the front and then around, then knock on the front door of the neighbor's house.
That's my question for the Slayer.
I think we should maybe knock on the door first and see if the dude answers, because if he answers, then he's alive. Cool. And then we can ask him if his dog is okay, which is weird, but maybe like we heard that some dogs were being poisoned and we just wanted to let him know that might be happening to
Sure.
keep him away from bumblebees.
Why is this
Just say he heard a squeal.
simple? We saw one running down the street, wondering if it was his.
Yeah, but
Also, coyotes are an issue.
choose your own adventure, you know?
Okay.
All right. Go do it. Just go do it.
Any of those.
So Sasha goes and knocks on the neighbor's door. No one answers.
I knock really hard.
No one answers. Another dog up the street starts barking.
Oh no, we're gonna kill more.
Okay, you know what we should do? We should go to that dog. Because you know he's going to that dog next.
It's Domino's.
Yeah, and we could be a step behind, or we can get in front of the 8-ball. Whoop! You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it stops quickly. It just kind of goes, "Whoop, whoop," and then stops.
Yeah, because it's dead. We gotta go get it quick.
Oh,
Should we go after the other dog or should we look in this man's house? Dauber, what do you think?
I think we should break into another person's house. I mean, we're already committing several felonies.
Already
Sounds good. I grabbed the front door and checked to see if I can get him.
It is locked.
The back door.
Get in.
You all stand in silence on the porch.
Okay.
I thought the Discord went out.
No,
I was like, no
you
one's
all just
saying
stop
anything.
talking. Yeah, Sasha just goes and rattles the doorknob, and then you all just kind of sit
We're
there
all
and look
just
at each other like, oops, oh well. I guess we live here now.
Okay, I unlock the door
How?
with my powers.
You
With kicking it open.
you can make a dexterity crime check.
Yeah, let's do that. Dexterity crime.
Your crime is 0, so it's just your dexterity. But your dexterity is 7.
7. I'm dexterous. All right, here we go. 7 and 7 is 14. 14 is 3 successes. Good.
Yeah. You jimmy with someone is scrolling down. You jimmy with the lock. You borrow some piece of metal from someone, like a nail file. Mr. Payne looks like the kind of guy who would have a nail file.
Somebody actually, hold on a moment.
Right. Or you grab someone's actual key and just fiddle with it. It's not a super awesome lock, and displaying supernatural dexterity, Sasha's able to jimmy the front door open.
Turn my ears on.
Yes.
I would like to perceive vampires.
Oh, you would like to use your preternatural sense. So
Yes.
you take 5 seconds. Roll perception. Not doubled.
Roll.
Not plus anything else, but plus your
Okay.
situational awareness. So a total of
Right.
plus 5.
Right. Uh-oh. That's only a 6.
Yep.
Do we have any boons yet? We don't, do we?
No, I think we do. I know Payne dropped one, or maybe it was a Bane. Let's check the status.
I don't know what I did.
Oh, maybe it's broken.
We have a minor boon.
Okay.
Yeah, we have one minor boon.
Oh, no, it did work. Okay, yeah. We have 1 minor boon and 1 major bane. Yeah. So you could add 1.
That's still not good enough.
Exactly.
Okay, well, I just fail then.
Yeah.
I don't perceive any
You don't perceive any.
people.
Can I sense anything? My party senses are going off. Does this man have party in his house?
I mean, you can perception notice if you'd like.
I'm going to try the same thing because these kids are obviously not paying attention.
Can I try to perceive if there's any like spiritual
Yeah.
ghosties?
Perception notice and your sixth sense will potentially give you more information or different types of information. 3 degrees of success? Excellent.
3 successes.
Cool. Mr. Payne.
8. Got nothing.
Cool. Melody.
So the plus for the situational thing is +2, right?
Right.
So that's 19.
Oh my goodness. Do you have situational awareness? You don't have situational awareness. It's
Okay.
17.
Okay.
Yeah, that +2 that Sasha gets is due to a
It's still
quality.
the same level anyway.
It's still
5
it's still a
successes.
ridiculously high success. So I will tell you what Sasha perceives in a moment. Dauber,
Yeah.
there is a faint aroma in the air. Maybe this guy has glaucoma, but there's a very kind of herbal.
Oh. Herbal.
Yeah. Well,
should
Dauber said
investigate
specifically
his
he
house.
was looking for party signs.
Yeah. I'm looking for like spilled beer.
No spilled beer, but there is a little bit of like a
Special party lettuce.
yeah. There's a
Murdered.
faint odor of jazz cabbage in the air.
Yeah. We should investigate this house very thoroughly.
You also hear a sound coming from the kitchen.
Quick, kitchen.
There's a drunk person. in the
Gross. I hate it. I go in there because I'm going to beat whoever it is up for being gross.
Melody, you see Old Man Smithers. He's sitting in his lazy boy recliner, chuffing on a water bong. He's a spirit.
Oh, okay.
And you are the only one that sees him.
Well, nothing here.
Party time.
I think he's dead.
Who's dead?
Old Man Smithers.
How would
Why?
How would you know that?
He's
In here?
Yeah, he's sitting over there on the couch, just drinking away.
Well,
And
You can see him though. You can see his spirit.
yep.
You ask him.
Where's
where
his
he keeps
body?
stuff.
Can you ask him?
Yeah, can you talk to him or can you only see them?
coming from the kitchen.
Where's his stash?
Underneath the seat cushion of the lazy boy.
Nice.
Going for it.
It's a chocolate brown corduroy lazy boy.
Ooh, classy.
So you just reach through the spirit and yank it out.
What he would have wanted.
That's true.
Probably not wrong. So, Melody, can you speak to him? Are you able to commune with this shade to discover what may have happened?
I can try.
Yeah. I'm going to say that is going to be a willpower occultism.
Dice code. Eight.
He might be aware that you're there, but he doesn't seem to like you advance toward him and kind of speak to him with your mind. And like there's maybe a slight moment when he seems to notice it, but like it's not getting through to him.
Can we use one of the minor boons?
You could.
Melody, would you like to use? Because if that's okay, I feel like you need to apply yourself. You need to focus. Focus on the corduroy.
Okay. I'll
Focus
use
on the
that.
jazz cabbage.
I use the minor boon to bump it up to a 9, so it's 1 level of success.
All right. And we have used that boon. So that gets you to a 9. He is fading fast. Most spirits don't hang around for very long, if at all, after they die. It's only the rare super sick and twisted spirit like Min who sticks around for a century or more. So he's like becoming more insubstantial. It's like he's having a moment where he's reliving his favorite activity. But you do have a moment to interact with him.
What do you want me to say to him? Kind of make it quick.
Ask him how he died and where his body is, please.
And where his stash is.
Coming from the kitchen.
Dog's in the kitchen, bro.
I thought we were in the kitchen.
No, you're in the living room.
Okay, Melody talk to the spirit, the rest of us to the kitchen.
Cool. So, Melody, your friends leave you alone with this old man. What do you say? What do you say to him?
Oh, hi. How did you die? Random question. Also, did you know that you're dead?
Bound to happen sooner or later. He kind of smiles. Takes another.
He's so stoned he can't answer.
Oh, the dog was barking. I went out, and then there was something came at me real quick. And then I was back here. Do you see that light? It's awful pretty.
Wonderful light.
Yes, I've heard it's a pretty light.
You don't see it, but your vision of the spirit, it's almost like there's a spotlight on him. Like you can't see the source of the light, but as he looks over you, past you, do you see that light? It's almost like this golden light shines upon his spiritual form. Be careful, whatever it was, sure was nasty. Gotta go now. Hey, will you look after Brutus for me?
Sure.
Thanks.
Oh.
Bye. And then his
Bye.
form just slowly dissolves into little golden motes of dust that kind of whoosh up out of the ceiling. And he is gone. Sasha, Dauber, and Mr. Payne walk into the kitchen. It's a horror show. There
This is
are
what we were
parts of
expecting.
Old Man Smithers pretty much everywhere. The and whimpering is coming from a little tiny white Pekingese that is licking a hand.
All right, let's get that dog and let's get out of here. Why did it tear him apart? Why didn't it just... Wait a minute. Let's take a look quickly and see if this is indicative of some other type of supernatural horror.
Sure.
Is he missing any parts?
That's a good question. You should look around. Perception notice.
Robert. Nice work. Check to see if the viscera over there are intact. Ooh, 9.
No, his wrists are over here.
And over
so-
there.
Ooh. Did a spleen? Oh, ooh,
Yeah.
I did not get well. I got a 6. There's no success.
Yeah, you did not pay attention to... I mean, your best guess is that it's a lot of stuff that belongs in a person, but you can't really tell, like, if any of it's missing.
Like, oh yeah, the kidneys are gone.
Right.
13.
Is it
On the low end.
indicative of some other supernatural? Well, there are a number of demons and other supernatural creatures, including werewolves, that are known to be quite violent in their attacks.
But anything major like livers missing, heart missing, things that I could be like, oh, look, that demon likes to, like the gentleman, right? They come for hearts.
Well,
It's their,
People say I steal hearts.
I will
Yeah,
say you
it's just not-
find
Sorry.
pieces of major organs, but you suspect that there are chunks missing. Not like surgically like targeted towards one or another, but whatever tore into him was also eating kind of indiscriminately, but not a lot. It wasn't like it devoured him and left a few scraps behind. It mostly just tore him to pieces and probably swallowed some bits in the process.
Well, we should probably get back to the library to research this.
Shouldn't we call the police?
What? Why would you? Let's get out of here.
See, this man is scatterbrained, literally.
Yeah, and is there anything else we can do? The only thing the mundane authorities will do is complicate this. We need to get everyone together and go.
Yes.
Like
Oh,
this.
you're the expert on cleaning up.
I'm not cleaning up. We're leaving. What are you
Yeah, I'm out.
cleaning up?
Why would we stay and clean this up?
No, let's just go. Let's
The
not
back
talk about
door is open.
it. I want to
Let's
walk.
go out the back door.
The source,
back door.
you understand now that the Price is Right or whatever that was on low volume in the living room, that was what you heard from the neighboring yard through the now open back door.
Okay.
Can we get out the back door without trailing viscera on our shoes?
Everyone give me a dexterity crime check.
Oh, jeez,
I'm
bud.
not doing it. I'm asking it. I'm like, rather than going out the front.
Well, this is more like you're in the kitchen. You might have stepped into him already.
I have an adequate success. One
Okay.
success.
I got 3 successes.
3 degrees of success. Awesome.
And that is an 9.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah. Melody.
4.
4.
Yup.
I'm sure she's fine.
Yup.
Yeah. Major Bane.
Lovely.
So because why not? So in addition to like, because you're still kind of out of it. I mean, you saw someone transcend to the next state of existence, which kind of has you a little bit. So as you wander into the kitchen, you're not super attuned to the material world. So you just kind of wade through this guy.
Melody. Oh.
And then Mr. Payne's urgent kind of like a warning pulls you out of it, and you slip and fall. So you now look like the last few scenes of Carrie.
I'll say it's Carrie, isn't it?
Yeah. In your lovely little white dress, just like plastered in Old Man Smithers.
Hey, Sasha, go to the linen closet, get a quilt or a blanket or something. Dauber.
We need like a big old Tide pet.
Go metal.
Why are you cracking jokes?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right, Mr. Payne. That's my bad.
This is not appropriate attitude.
This is metal. Very cool. You know?
All right, I'm going
She looks like she's very
to
cool.
do it.
The good news is that now that you're down on the floor, this attracts the attention of Brutus, who comes over to you and begins licking some of his master's blood off of you, trying to be helpful. You can see there's like a little silver-plated dog bone collar. It has Brutus written on it. Brutus, who you are bound to take care of from now on. So Mr. Payne runs to a linen closet and pulls out, I don't know, like a sheet or something or some towels.
Yeah, because we're gonna have to put something down in the car, and yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, you're able to wrap Melody up. And those of you got adequate, I mean, you didn't like leave obvious like tracks or anything like that, but you probably have blood on you. I mean, like if suspicion goes your way, there's going to be some forensic evidence, likely. So what do?
So on our way out, if there's any vinegar or anything else, we're just gonna splash somewhere she fell, just in case she left anything else, some other mild acid to sort of eat away, hopefully, a lot of forensic evidence.
There's bleach underneath the counter.
Yeah, and just kind of give it a little like knock over and just beat the heck out.
To make it look like someone tried to hide evidence. Got it.
Yeah. And then we need to making sure we don't leave fingerprints and all those sorts of things.
It's true.
There's a young girl body print in the viscera.
It's true. So yeah, you take a few moments to confuse the scene a little bit, and then leave. Do you go out the front or the back?
Well,
I pick up Brutus.
Pick up Brutus. Okay.
Back to the car.
Go back to your car. All right. Yes, you step out into the backyard.
Ready for battle.
So, Sasha, would you give me a vamp perception check, please?
Here it comes.
Yes, I can. Let's see. 3. What's vamp?
It's just your perception plus your situational awareness. This is
Oh,
your
I got
special
you.
sense.
Okay.
Special sense.
Got you. Okay.
And I will even give you a bonus on it because you now remember that you have the compass and can be guided by it. So that's an additional 2.
Okay. Then that would be a 14.
Okay.
So
That's
what's that? 2 successes?
It's more than that.
Is it? Is it 3?
I think
It's 3.
It's 3.
Yeah.
So 3 degrees of success. Excellent. Sorry, success levels. 3 success levels. So
Right.
yeah, you're moving through, and then you feel like the hair on the back of your neck stand up,
Uh-oh.
and like you're a little cool about it. Like you don't immediately turn around to look, and you look down at the compass, and it's still swinging around and it swings directly back to point to you, but it's like the little tip is trying to point up, but it's as far as it can go on its pivot.
Sasha, what are you looking at? Are
This
you on
compass.
which way?
Okay,
Is it?
so you're saying it's hold on. So you're
It's
saying
pointed
it's
towards
going
you, but
toward me,
it's
but
trying
it's
to
like
point
doing
up.
this?
Yeah, it's as
Okay, well, I
elevated as it
look
can
up.
be. Well,
Turn
so
around.
You turn around and look back.
Yeah.
You see something massive leap from the roof of the house, and you hear flapping in the darkness, and then you hear something thud to the roof of the garage on the other side of the yard, the direction that you're going.
It's not the dog, is it?
The dog is in Melody's arms.
Oh, okay.
Did we chase that?
Quick flashlight.
Yep. Not
Well, I have him on. Zoom.
All right. Yes, you flash your lights in that direction and you see some sort of hideous monstrosity.
Great Caesar's ghost.
It looks
Kaiser.
like a vampire, but it's scaly. And it has very large leathery wings. We're talking like 20-foot wingspan.
The dragon.
It's like a dragon.
Well, it's humanoid.
It's like a dragon vampire.
Dragon
Is that
vampire.
why when they explode they have fire too?
I saw this in Skyrim.
And where is Skyrim?
If only any of you knew about the whole situation out at the lake.
Do
But
we
still,
though?
no.
We
I mean, you
don't,
know that
do
there's
we?
something in the lake water, but you
But
know,
we don't know any of the people that were involved.
but you have seen the carving of the winged Ouroboros, so it's not completely
It's a vampire serpent. Okay.
something like that.
Good. Good. This is a legendary creature, probably sent to devour the world. And here we are without crossbows.
Yeah,
We got the gun show.
Oh my lord.
and as your lights are cast on it, it hisses at you and moves back, and you can just see glowing red eyes. It seems to not like the light. Thud on the roof above you.
Okay, what are they dropping on the roof?
It's another one.
A second one?
There's a second one?
You look at the compass. It's now pointing in multiple directions, much more strongly. You hear whoosh, whoosh in the night air above you. Multiple sources.
It's go time.
Go time? There's three.
Cool.
Yeah.
There's more than 3.
You're saying it's like go time?
Like maybe it's like shelter or run time. We're outnumbered in a bad location, and there's multiple flying monsters of unknown provenance that are probably here to devour the world. One of them.
Time to talk about provolone. I love cheese too, but we gotta go.
What? No. Dauber, to the car.
The one on the garage just kind of looks at Dauber like, what?
I want to try and pick up Melody like she's a football, but then she's also holding Brutus like he's a football.
Yes.
So we're like this nesting doll of
Yes.
football.
Footballception. And then you're going to yeet her at the monster?
No.
No.
You eat
You
her,
act like
she
that's
eats
appalling.
Brutus.
Like you weren't gonna do that before. You're like, oh, why would we ever do that?
Jesus.
So so Dauber springs into action and grabs Melody and makes a run for the car, right?
Yes.
Are you making a run towards the backyard or towards your car out the front?
Where's my car out the front?
Okay. So Dauber heads one direction. Where does Sasha and Mr. Payne go?
Where is he going? Where? Oh, God.
I mean, he's going to his car out front, but my stuff's in your car, so I need to go with you. So let's go.
to the station wagon.
Cool.
Practical is what you say when there's action afoot, right? to the
It's
station.
true. How would everyone like to give me?
Uh-oh.
No.
I think it is.
Well, I'd prefer not to. I'd like to just succeed, but I don't think
Well,
it's a
so
choice.
I think you have a choice. It can be dexterity acrobatics,
Uh-oh.
or it can be strength sports.
Let me go with dexterity acrobatics, actually.
Yes. Melody does not need to do this because Melody is being carried.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, barely 9.
Okay.
So was that one success?
Yeah.
Yeah.
13, so 3 successes.
Beautiful.
Man,
So 13.
Excellent. So Sasha just takes off running, vaults over the fence, lands at Mr. Payne's car, and goes to open the passenger side. And of course, he locked the doors before he left.
I don't have remote unlock. This is a 78 floor.
So you
Come
wait.
on, Mr. Payne. Why did you lock him at all?
You wait for a moment as Mr. Payne less elegantly kind of crawls over the fence and like half vaults, half falls off the side. The good news is that you're not dexterous enough to keep yourself from falling, because as you fall, 2 talons appear out of the blackness above and rake through the air right where your butt was moments before, clipping the top of the fence.
Oh, dear.
Yes. But you are successful enough that you're able to make it into your car. Dauber just
Daubers.
chugs it. Just chugs it.
Yep.
There are no interesting that you didn't really notice it before, but none of the street lamps out here in the alley or none of the security lights appear to be on. I think probably Sasha notices that there's like 2 floodlights on the back of Mr. Smithers' garage, or there were, but they are now hanging by some wires, and there's a deep gouge mark where they have been almost completely ripped off. But as Dauber makes his way around front, there are streetlights. So we see Dauber just with Melody, who is Carrie, so blood still dripping, swaddled in towels.
And I yell at everybody and I say, I think this area is too high level for us.
Right.
The lateral passer into the car.
Right. Well, and as you do, you're running and you just have that sense, and you look behind you and you can see now, because of the streetlights, you can see something that its wingspan is as wide as the street. It is coming for you.
Nope. No time for Kenny Rogers.
And you toss Melody into the passenger seat because you didn't lock your doors. You toss Melody in the passenger seat and then just kind of like do a quick dive as this creature tries to grab you. It does, I'm afraid, it does catch hold of the back of your Letterman's jacket. And you hear the PU rip a little bit. Yeah. It's the worst. But the good news is, because you're so oiled, it doesn't actually pull you with it. And so you're able to kind of scramble up and get into the driver's seat.
Mm-hmm.
But your Letterman's jacket is going to need to be repaired. Now,
Kill it.
It does a big wheeling turn. And you can just see the tips of its wings in the streetlights. And then as you get into the car and look in the rearview mirror, you can see it bearing down on your car. It's not massive. I mean, it's not much larger than a person in terms of its frame. Very, very sinewy and lithe. Somewhat hunchbacked because of the massive muscles that it's using to power its huge membranous wings.
Membranous.
Yes. So Dauber is going to do what?
Floor it.
Cool.
Straight line.
Cool. Do you have any idea where you're going?
I'm making turns until I dodge it, and I'm gonna eventually try. Once I lose it, I'm going to try to get back to the hangout.
Okay, cool. I would like you to make a dexterity driving check, please.
Oh boy,
Dexterity driving.
that's an 8.
All right. So Mr. Payne fumbles with
Yeah.
the keys.
I know where they are.
Right, but
Just have-
still.
take a sec. They're worn, okay? It's just
Right. But is able to get in and open the door, and as Sasha gets in and closes the door, you feel a thud, and the roof of your car dents in. Not enough to like hurt your head, but gets very, very close to your head, and then you hear this squealing of something hard against metal, and then pop as talons pierce the roof of your car.
drive.
That's bad.
Yeah. All right. I would like you to give me a dexterity driving, please, Mr. Payne.
I exclaim that this is a terrible experience.
I give you a long-suffering look that looks like this.
And then slams it in reverse. Yep.
Keep your eyes on the road.
All right, so that's a 10 plus. Finally, to 13 and
15,
15.
because you actually know how to drive.
In this car, I do.
It's true. I mean, it's out of an action scene.
I'm not going to spare the lawn. I'm just going straight ahead. You know what I mean? For once,
Well-
I'm not going to worry about the parkway.
Well, you're actually pulled up behind in the little parking area behind, so you slam it into reverse and then kind of wheel out and then crank the wheel really hard so you get a little bit of a slide so that you're now facing down the alleyway. You can feel the car almost want to tip as this thing on the top, its balance is thrown off and it starts to flap like it's trying to carry the car off or carry it over. And like you go up on two wheels very briefly, but then and there's this horrible squealing sound as its talons rip through the sheet metal of your roof. You now have a sunroof, which is nice. And then the car settles back down and the tires catch and you just come barreling out of this alleyway, probably knocking over a couple of recycling bins on the way. I'm sure this didn't wake any of the neighbors.
Exploding cans, right?
Exactly. And then you come wallowing out onto one of the side streets and then gun it. Now, what are you doing? Where are you going?
We need to go someplace where there is a garage and light. So, and we also need. Sasha, can you get on the phone and make sure that don't text him because he's driving. Call him, and let's meet at. I'm assuming we might have like a garage or a safe house where like a Scooby lair where we go to kind of.
I don't know. Do you?
Yeah, it's like we go to our garage, right?
What garage?
To Dauber's in my garage.
Oh, okay. You're taking this back to your house with your parents?
Oh no, probably not.
Let's go back to the library, not the high school one necessarily, but
Oh yeah, the public one.
Yeah.
yeah, and get into the bus barn or the garage. But we just need to get where
Yep.
I store this thing.
Yep. Sure.
So you want me to call him? I can do that, but also I feel like Sasha looks at Mr. Payne with like a decent amount of respect because that was some pretty good getaway driving.
Yeah.
And like I'm not really shaken by it because I feel like we do this kind of stuff all the time, but like I'm like impressed that like he kept his cool and like got through there. All right, so I'm gonna call him. Hello. Bring.
Hello.
Hey, where are you going?
In
We're
a
going
straight
to the
line.
library. You're going to the library. You got me?
Library. Which library?
Yeah, but no women. Just not like don't like if somebody calls you and says you can make out with somebody if you go there, don't go there. Go to the library, straight to the library, okay? The public library, not the school library, the public library.
Oh, wait. Public. Yep. Got it.
Public library, nowhere else. Understand me?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Yep. Oh,
I hang up on him.
It's the Paulson Library, but same difference.
Yeah, he knows what I mean.
Yeah. Because there is a little small public library. If he goes there, it's bad news. Yeah, it's fine. We all know what you meant. Yeah, so Dauber is maybe a little bit... I mean, you were just hypnotized by a vampire.
Yep.
You have Carrie right next to you. You have a little dog freaking out. You're maybe a little bit distracted.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of you kind of like looking around, because you just feel like you're being chased. If anything is chasing you, it is staying out of the streetlights, which is maybe worse because you don't know whether it's in front of you or behind. So Sasha and Mr. Payne pull up outside the Paulson Library. This is a big stone Gothic mansion that's been converted. It also has certain eldritch protections that may make it difficult for certain types of creatures to cross its threshold. So it is probably a relatively safe place, and especially in the sanctum where the special books are kept. The restricted stacks is, you think, relatively safe. If only you knew that there was in the unused wing of the Willow Park School, there is a highly protected office with like a hot pot and limitless supply of Diet Coke but you don't know that. So yes, you get up, you unlock the what's it called? The gate.
That's like my office.
It is. Gilly's there right now. Probably braiding Phoenix's hair or something. But there's like one of those cage doors that you unlock, for a security door. Then you unlock the heavy oak door, just in time to hear the familiar rumbling muffler of Dauber's car come. And you turn around to watch as he comes peeling into the parking lot. But remember, only got an 8 on that drive roll. So just as he's coming into the parking lot, one of these massive creatures just dive bombs the car, catches it, kind of like T-bones it basically. It spins and then flips. I would like Melody and Dauber to give me go ahead and give me I think it's probably a Constitution doubled check.
Can I see if I can reach one of the Slayer's crossbows to kind of throw it to her in a cinematic moment?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Is if my stuff is close enough to him that I can get a crossbow.
Yeah, sure. You would have pulled. As Mr. Payne was unlocking the door, you would have popped the hatch in his station wagon and pulled out your go bag.
Okay.
And set it down. And so as this is happening, Mr. Payne just reaches in without looking and hucks you a crossbow.
I got 4 degrees of success.
Excellent, as you should. How about you, Melody?
I got 11, which is decent.
Yeah, decent. So you get a little banged up. You are going to take 1 life point of damage.
I mean, you're already covered in blood, so like...
Yeah. And only because your instinct was to protect Brutus. So you huddle around Brutus so he doesn't get jostled around. But you both get your bells rung a bit as Dauber's car is T-boned and then flipped over. So.
Dauberville.
I know. What do you do?
I run.
Cool.
That's what I'm good at.
So Dauber just takes off and leaves Melody?
No, I will again grab. We're going to do the whole football thing where I'm like.
All right. Go ahead and give it to me.
Wait, whose car did it grab?
It T-boned Dauber's car spun it and flipped it. It's now
Okay, can I get out and,
it's now on its
shoot
roof
with the crossbow?
Yeah, it's now on its roof in the parking lot of the Paulson Library.
Okay, can I just shoot it?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to shoot it with...
But first,
Yeah?
we need to resolve whether Dauber and Melody are trapped in the car.
Oh, got you. I was just going to kill it and then go just save him.
Yeah,
go ahead.
It slammed into it and then kind of careened off into some trees, and you can hear it flapping up into the air to make another dive bomb. It is up in the night sky now. You know it's there, but you don't have a bead on it. But your guess is it's circling around for another attack on Dauber and Melody. So, Dauber. Strength sports makes sense to me.
Okay, well, it's going to be tricky because that's already a +10.
Yeah.
Well, I only rolled a 2, which means that it goes up to 2 degrees of success.
So, which is okay, right?
It's decent.
But, I mean, the fact that you used a reciprocating saw to cut open your sunroof means that the structural integrity of your car was somewhat compromised. So it's a little bit more crushed than perhaps it otherwise would have been.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of like yanking at like the window frame to create enough space to get Melody out. So, but you do, and you probably pop Melody over your shoulder and then just start chugging. It does, however, give the creature time. So we switch to an aerial view of Dauber running with Melody over his back, holding this little dog, and the dog is whimpering, and Melody's looking up, and you see Melody, this thing blacker than the night sky, just kind of on a glide path towards you, and then you can, as it gets close enough, you can barely see the flickering of the streetlights on its scaly hide. You just start to be able to make out its shape as its wings fold in, as it comes in for a dive towards you. So Melody sees this thing coming straight for her face. Sasha.
All right, here we go. I'm shooting it with a crossbow.
Sounds like a good idea.
An effort to get it to not go after Melody. Here we go.
You could always go for through the heart.
Aim for the...
Wait a minute. You're saying I can do a crossbow and do through the heart?
That's what it is. Yeah. So the way it's the crossbow with the parenthesis through the heart, or TTH, it's +6 with a crossbow, +3 if you're doing through the heart because it's harder to hit. But if you hit, you will do 16 times 5 damage.
Oh, okay. So I'm losing 3 off of my combat score.
Off of your attack, yes. But you will do 5x damage if you actually hit it in the heart.
If I make it happen.
It's a high risk, high reward situation.
Okay, let's do it. Sure.
With a stake, you're probably not going to kill unless it's a baby vamp with 6 times 5 or 30 points of damage. But a crossbow through the heart, that's
crossbows are nasty.
a lot of damage. That's 80 points of damage. And remember, it only does that damage if you kill it.
Right.
Otherwise, it just does your base 16. So it's your choice. 16 damage is still pretty good damage.
I'll try it. Yeah, try it. I'm gonna try it. I think -3 actually isn't that bad.
This might be
I have like a +12.
Yeah, this might be a good time, chat, to drop in a major boon.
Yeah, if you haven't thrown us a boon yet.
Might be a good time.
The only problem is we can't boon for ourselves, huh?
You can. Oh no, players can't boon.
Yeah, players can't. That's what I thought. We do have a major boon and a minor boon.
Yep.
So that's good. Okay, here we go. Ready? A 6 and a 9 is 15. And 15 is 4. Very good.
Would you like to use a major boon?
To do what? What can I do with that?
What did you roll on your D10?
I rolled a 6.
You could re-roll it.
Okay.
or you could, we'll say, add 3.
Okay. If we add 3, it bumps me from very good to excellent.
Yeah, and you're actually going after the creature's combat score, so the actual number matters.
Oh, got you.
And
okay,
John
so
just,
that would put
thanks,
me
John,
at,
just dropped us another major boon. My recommendation is to use it for a +3.
Okay, so 18.
Cool. Which is exactly what you needed. These things are nasty. And there's a little bit of a thing because it's flying and it's moving very quickly. If it were standing still, it might be a little bit easier. But it's also now covered in scales. So, Melody, you see this creature. Its arms folded back against its body, its wings in a dive position, its mouth open wide, huge, just a maw full of fangs. Not your cute little typical vampire fangs, but this is meant for eating.
Cute.
And it is coming for you, and you get tunnel vision. All you can see is this thing's head coming straight for your face, and you're kicking and you're pounding on Dauber's back. Run, and it gets right up to you, and it flares its wings out and then goes to reach for you, and then you just hear a sound as it looks down as a crossbow bolt embeds itself 8 inches into its chest, and then slower than you might expect, these little red lines begin to spread through its body. Dauber and Melody, would you go ahead and give me a dexterity acrobatics check, please?
6, 8 total. I'm using a minor boon.
Okay. Sounds like a good idea.
I keep rolling 2s.
Dice don't love you tonight, man.
No, I really don't. Last time was great.
Yeah, I'm barely holding on over here. I think I got one roll.
What'd you get there, Melody?
Hold up. We have one major. Can I use the major boon to re-roll?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I use mine to boost it to a 9, so it's adequate.
Yeah, we do have a major boon left.
Okay. Yeah. I'm using your... Okay, that's better. That's a 16 now, I think.
Beautiful.
Pretty sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just remembered to use the major bane that I forgot to use last time when I made Melody fall in the water or fall in the blood. Yes. So, as this thing explodes in a ball of fire, Melody is kind of blown off as Dauber is just like face plants and skids into the pavement. Melody is actually blown up and off a little bit. And again, your instinct is to kind of curl up to protect Brutus. And you wind up just kind of accidentally, or maybe it's your extrasensory stuff, just kind of doing a couple of somersaults in the air and kind of skidding, stumbling to your feet at the end. It's a really cool move, very acrobatic. And you are probably 20 feet from Sasha and Mr. Payne at this point. And Mr. Payne's like, just book it. Dauber's on the ground, but is okay. Dauber takes 3 life points from
can do it.
road burn.
I'll be okay.
From eating some asphalt. And the part where your Letterman jacket had been sliced open, that stripe of your back is now not like burned to blister, but very, very kind of like it took the brunt of the blast. And now the back of your Letterman jacket is not only rent but also scorched and partially melted.
Sure. If it wasn't already dead, I'd kill it.
Yes. Well, there's no sign of it left. It is, aside from kind of a swirling mass of cinders around the perimeter of the explosion. It was a very, very powerful shot by the Slayer.
Got him.
And once again, chat actually wins.
Yeah. Thank you, chat.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank you, chat.
You all make it into the Paulson Library,
At what cost?
Mr. Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna underreact and go, that was an adequate shot.
I will give you a +5 to stake Mr. Payne in the heart if you would like.
No, I just roll my eyes at him and
Yes.
I walk away.
Yes.
It's to be different any other day.
So,
And I whack him.
yes. Mr. Payne, I'm sure, has the presence of mind to close and lock the security gate and then close the big oaken door. And you are now in the Paulson Library.
Can I borrow your car to pick up chicks?
Mr. Payne
Yeah, Sasha.
worries enough that there's no way he didn't like double lock everything, right?
Yeah.
And activate the magic doodads and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, all the things. That's what I figure.
Yeah.
Very precautious, this man.
Yes.
All right, well, so that was scary. I don't really want to do that again. Why were there so many of them and why do they look like that?
I don't know. What an exciting moment for research. I
Is it?
don't.
We have a dog now.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we have a dog.
Melody-
What are we
Melody
gonna
has a
do? How
dog
are we
now.
going to feed the dog?
Well,
Peter.
oh, hold on. Hold on.
What?
Before we start worrying about dogs, in case you'd forgotten, I believe that Dauber is injured and Melody looks like she just walked out of a slaughterhouse.
Melody's also beat to heck.
Yeah, so let's get the first aid kit. Let's get her over to the shower. Let's get her some of the summer reading program clothes or something so she's not wearing a bloody rag.
Yes.
And let's kind of address the wounds, address the people covered in blood.
Yes.
All right, this is a good strategy. And meet back for research.
All right. Well, so Sasha, if you would like to make an intelligence doctor roll
Okay.
to tend to Melody.
Okay. 8.
Oh no.
Can I use that major boon Emmy just gave us?
You certainly can.
Just got that.
I know. I'm sorry, everybody.
That's fine. It's a renewable
Okay,
resource.
this time is better though. This time it's an 8, and that's plus
Intelligence.
5, I think.
Intelligence is 5 and doctor is 2. So 8 plus 7 so
Doctor's 2,
15.
so plus 7, so 15. Yeah.
So how many success points is success levels is that?
15 is 4 success levels.
All right, Melody, you regain 8 life points.
Thanks, Emmy.
Emmy coming in here and healing. Now that Melody is feeling better, if you would like to make an intelligence doctor roll to treat Dauber.
Boy, I hope this works.
Wait, am I doing the roll?
No, I'm asking Melody to do it.
Oh, okay.
My bad. Yeah, I was like, I lost
Nope,
track.
I'm just sitting here patiently, just staring at myself.
Bleeding a little bit.
I just said I'm sorry.
Intelligence doctor.
Doctor.
Watching Brutus sit there, lick his wounds, going, "Wow,
Yeah.
insightful. I like this dog. I'm gonna teach him how to shake."
What kind of dog is this again? Pomeranian?
Pomeranian.
Wow, the least useful.
Or did I say
kind of-
Pekingese? It's Pomeranian.
He said Pekingese.
It's Pomeranian. We'll change it. It's a Peaky Pom. It's a mix.
Thank you.
It's the 2 least useful animals.
I'm using Roboyo's major boon.
Okay.
Oh, no, we're falling apart.
Oh no.
It couldn't have been like a golden retriever. It couldn't have been it had to be a Pomeranian.
I'm the golden retriever of this party, and there's no replacing me.
Sure.
Okay, he's not
We
really.
had said so.
Yeah, it's true.
What'd you get there, Melody?
6.
6 total?
6.
Wait. So you rolled a 1.
Rolled a 2 first, so then I used the major.
And then rolled a 1. Oops.
Oh no.
Oh,
Melody.
wow. So yes, you clean Dauber off, but you don't actually restore any of his health points. But that's fine. Dauber has a ton. Dauber's a sack of health.
He's the
Cut
tank.
that off. I really am not.
You're fine. And really, all you have is like cuts and scrapes because you're so resistant to. You're naturally resistant to kind of blunt or bludgeoning damage. So it's all superficial.
Okay.
Dauber is bludgeoning damage. That's fine.
Right. I mean, you're going to be sore, but you're totally fine. You still have basically twice the health points of Melody, and more than Mr. Payne. So you're good.
That's not.
So, what do? You are in the Paulson Library.
Let's do some research. Okay, everybody,
I got a shake.
take some books and let's research and figure out if we can find out what circle.
What we're dealing with? Yeah,
Sure.
I'm researching.
The compass is very active.
While we're researching?
Yes.
Oh, bud.
The moon has risen, and you occasionally see the moonlight streaming through the big, tall, arched windows of the main library, blocked out as some massive winged creature flies by. You're not sure how many of them there are, but they appear to be circling the library.
There's enough.
Yikes.
All right, so I did a really good I had a really good roll here for once. So I rolled a 10. And so intelligence 14. What do I add to it for researchers?
Occultism.
14, 15, 16, 17 total. Ooh.
That is beautiful.
Helps to check the C alsos.
Yes. You start with Tobin's Spirit Guide. It is not particularly helpful.
I got a 13 in research.
Okay. Sure. So Mr. Payne is pulling. Yeah, Mr. Payne is pulling out the dusty old tomes and poring over them, and Sasha, atypically, is being rather focused.
Yeah, those things are scary, man. We gotta get serious right now.
And with Sasha's assistance, you do not find an entry for You do not find an entry for a particular creature. But there have been in the past records of atypical vampires whose creation was imbued with some other kind of energy or source of eldritch power. It is, I would say, with those successes, it is not lost on you that this occurred at night, and your previous encounter with the vampires in the woods was still kind of dusk-ish, but they were clearly setting up some sort of ritual because they hadn't begun to feed on Dauber. They took Dauber to that circle of stones with the Ouroboros in the center and tied him to a tree and may have been waiting.
Oiled him up.
And oiled him up. And then may have been waiting for night to fall. Just like, typically vampires can't go out during the day and then at night they're people. I would say you begin to form a hypothesis that these are able to walk because of the skin wax, are able to appear to be normal humans during the day, but at night, whatever extra little bit of something went into their creation is fully expressed in their form.
Well, looking up in the Spates catalog, then, if Tobin's Spirit Guide isn't working, do we have any notion as to, Scandinavian - dark ritual - vampire magic, that kind of thing?
No.
Gilly.
You go through a variety of demon lords. You go through like various different vampire masters. Nothing like there's no lore on like how to create an extra special vampire or how to mix vampires and dragons. It doesn't appear that it was even a consideration. Almost like it happened by accident.
Hey, Mr. Payne.
Yes.
Do you think your friend, that teacher, Gilly, do you think that she would have any idea of like something that's, been here or any kind of monster that might have, you know what I mean? Do you think she'd know anything? I know that she heads up like some kind of club over there and they talk about monsters.
Yes.
It's kind of amateur. Yeah. I mean,
this is how you get all of those meddling kids killed, by the way.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to involve her. I mean, she's nice enough.
Because Phoenix is awesome, but Phoenix is not a slayer.
I don't know how many.
I'm just saying, does she have like a book we can use or something?
That's a book. Jeff has like 10 books. It's all on
Do
health.
I have her number in my contacts?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to assume it's fairly late. I'll send a text message.
Yeah, send her a text. She's probably awake though, honestly.
Yeah.
You think so? This at this
With how
hour?
much
Oh,
Diet
yeah.
Coke she pounds, she's probably still awake.
Oh, okay. So I'll send a message to call the desk phone, and we can put her on speakerphone. That way we can all talk to her.
Right. that way Sasha can talk to Gilly.
We always never-
Ring ring. Gilly picks up the phone and says,
No, you want me to be Gilly too?
yeah. You're the one that started
All right,
this. It
hold
was
on.
your idea.
Wait, I'm calling though. Ring ring.
No, Mr. Payne is calling Gilly.
No, he texted her and said call the office, call the desk
okay,
phone.
fine.
So I pick up the phone. Is this Gilly?
Yeah, this is Gilly. What can I do you for? What are we doing here?
Well,
It's early. Why are you awake?
Well-
I didn't think of you as like a night owl type.
well, just hold your loot fisk for a second.
Okay.
We got an issue. We have a sort of I have the Slayer here, and
We're on a hot dish.
we have flying dragon vampires in town now. I know it comes as a shock, but they are apparently spreading, and they're pretty hard on the local automobiles. And I was hoping perhaps I'm going to put you on speakerphone here.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping, click, you might have, we've checked all the usual things, the Space Catalog, Tobin Spirit Guide,
Right.
Unspeakable Cults, all the regular. We can't find anything.
Well, here's the thing, you're not going to find a lot about it because, when it comes to dragons in this town, I mean, you're talking about stuff that's been swept under the rug for just ages, and I'm pretty sure that, the Palston family there's some myth of them having dragon blood or something. And, and a lot of people think that's ridiculous, but you know what? A lot of people, don't know their arse from their elbow. You know what I'm saying? So anyway,
Yeah, sure.
here's the point. Did you eat? Have y'all had food tonight?
No.
That's referenced for. I'm sorry, I don't understand why you asked the question.
Did you listen? Oh my gosh, Mr. Payne, I thought better of you. Listen, kids, have you eaten?
No, not really. Pizza's not a real
No.
dinner. My mom said so.
But no, hold on.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'll drop off. I'm just gonna drop off a hot dish, and I'll
No.
put what I have about the Paulsons. I'll put it on a little file on top. You'll listen. It's already done. You can't say no because I've already cooked it. It's already in the oven. It'll be ready in 10 minutes. I'm gonna drop it right off at the front door. Too late. Click. She hangs up. She hangs up.
Quality, we eating good tonight. We getting a hot dish.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop. The library
So-
is fucking vampires.
Right.
Yeah, but she's crafty. So she just drives to the library and she just leaves it on the front stoop. She leaves a hot dish with like an envelope that has like some different like notes of, you know, the myths or whatever about the Paulson family and all their conspiracy theories surrounding them.
Yes.
Why didn't she send it through as an email? Why is it as a folder on the front? Now we have to go get it.
Yeah, because we get food.
I don't know, man. She's your friend. I'm just
Right.
I like
Drives
her.
me nuts.
I wonder if Brutus knows how to fetch.
The casserole dish is bigger than Brutus.
yeah.
But
it's
you can
huge.
send him out there if you'd like to and see what happens.
No.
No, I was working on just shaking with Brutus. Baby
Okay.
steps.
No, you
Well,
can't send
see-
it to Iranian.
So
I'll go get it. Everyone relax.
So
I'll go
so
get it.
Gilly drops it off, and then you see the car pull away, and then you see an older lady who hangs around town named Marge come out and say, "Gilly, you can't just leave it there. You got to move it up close." And then she actually knocks on the door and opens it. And there you go. It's like, you got some stuff flying around here. She's in age-inappropriate lycra. They're apparently friends.
Yeah.
I think they might be
looking out.
related.
You might want to go now. Thank you very much. Bye.
And then off in the distance, you see someone who looks like the girl from The Ring, looking between the trees, watching the entire thing happen. It's
What a creep.
It's Megception.
I'm sure that's normal.
Yes.
Meg's watching Meg's.
Yes.
It doesn't bother me. If it's not a flying vampire dragon, I'm not concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Those are scary.
There are still more Peggies in Willow Bluff than there are Megs, but not by much. So yes.
Oh, Peggy.
So you now have a hot dish and some hastily mimeographed notes
Whoa.
from Gilly.
Mimeograph?
Yeah. Her office is in the old section of the Willow Park School.
Melody, this is very
It's
important.
under construction, so she doesn't have like access to all the normal stuff.
Yeah.
Take the dish to the microwave. Remember to take the lid off and stir it halfway through. Halfway.
Yeah.
Got
Right.
it.
He's actually right.
Has Gilly been working on perfecting the pumpkin pie taquito hot dish?
No, I think after trying a couple of times, she just gave up on it because
Okay.
it wasn't quite right. And
Okay.
it just wouldn't work out.
It's tuna. Cool. Smells kind of like cat food. But anyway,
long
so
as it's
many
not
deep cuts. So yeah, you have a lovely paper plate hot dish dinner and read the notes. So in fact, this goes back to the mystery of how Oliver Paulson was able to find gold so far away from the Minnesota Gold Range. He spoke as if he was drawn here. But the people who pay attention to the mysterious goings-on in this part of the world always suspected that perhaps he made a pact with something. He was some sort of scholar in his native Sweden. He definitely had a love for ancient mythology and practices. And there are some hints that he was able to uncover some sort of knowledge in Sweden that led him to this part of the world and to a hoard of gold that was mysteriously found in this part of Minnesota. Very little is known about any of the miners. He exclusively employed people who didn't speak English and many of them disappeared mysteriously. There was long a suspicion that there was some sort of secret that Oliver Paulson was keeping out in the mine. There's also not a lot of record of like ore being moved via rail car to be refined.
It's a dragon horde.
It's just like there was a lot of gold.
It's a dragon horde. There's literally a dragon horde, or was. This is not encouraging news.
Well, it could be worse. It could be vampires.
No, you don't understand.
Yeah.
Por qué no los dos?
It is vampires, Dauber.
They're vampires?
Wait. I thought we were talking about dragons.
Yes.
Yeah.
How there's vampire dragons.
Yes. Dauber, there are vampires and dragons now together in one. It's like a hybrid.
Yes.
A love child.
No,
Kind
it's
of.
not. It's like mixing milk and orange juice. You shouldn't do it.
Oh,
Do that
Yeah.
too.
I wouldn't call it a love
be
child.
sure to
I'd
brush your
probably
teeth
call it
before
a
you drink the milk and
evil
orange
child.
juice.
It's like an orange Julius, but
Gross.
smooth.
Oh, no.
Listen, the only kind of orange and cream, I'm doing a creamsicle. Those are good. Creamsicles are good.
They are really good.
Yeah.
But anyway, the whole point is, you guys, I don't even remember what the whole point is, but we have to stop these things. And they're scary, and they're giant, and they're dragons, and they're vampires.
Vampire dragons.
Clearly, a crossbow works. Like, we can still kill them with stakes and stuff. But I don't know how we're going to deal with, like, the scales and the fire and the wings and those things.
Mr. Payne, you still have the crucible where you distilled the substance that was polluting the southern end of the lake.
Yes, of course I do.
I think it is no stretch for you to do some simple alchemical tests to verify your growing suspicion that what you have is dragon blood.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Please tell me I can add my occultism.
Yeah,
Okay, I made it up to 12.
Yeah.
Dice aren't loving me tonight.
easy enough. You confirm that the substance that you extracted from the lake was in fact dragon blood.
It is in fact dragon blood. Look.
And if you knew that those teens were in the water, you surmised that if they were turned in an environment that was literally suffused with dragon blood, that might account for their oddity.
But wait, does dragon blood just kind of hang around, or does it come from a living
A dragon.
dragon?
There's a lot of blood. It's the entire south end of the
Listen,
lake.
if that stuff is dragon blood, then that lake must have had a giant dragon lose all of its blood in the lake.
Yes, but who would have the ability to slay such a beast?
Well, maybe a ghoul.
Right. Maybe a
What
ghoul
about a
that
dragon slayer.
right. That literally ate into
I
its
don't
body
know,
and ate
but
its heart.
That's the only way I can think of just a boatload of dragon blood ending up in a body of water.
Novocaine.
What?
What?
That's Skyrim.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not here to talk about people that you know on the interwebs. But we need to
Single player.
focus on what we're doing. What?
Don't worry.
Dovahkiin sounds Polish. Anyway,
Yes, we need to focus.
Is there any way to talk to anyone that was there again and ask about the dragon situation? What did we end up figuring out about the pep club?
that it's super sketch. And that its membership grew very, very quickly. And that there's like there's a secret, like a VIP club within the pep club.
But there's more people in the VIP club than there are in the regular club.
Yeah. And they all seem to have been added over the weekend.
Yeah, they're all contaminated or at least partially. Oh, excuse me.
Do any of us have any ties to like that school? Dauber would, right?
Nope.
A little bit.
Dauber knows.
Dauber might know some of the girls there.
Well, Dauber knows Jay,
Yeah. Like,
who
kinda.
is, I mean, kind of
dead,
knows them. I mean,
right?
you've been at the gym together, and knows or knew him.
Yeah, isn't he dead?
No, he's a
Oh,
member.
he's
He's the member of the
turned- right,
VIP pep club.
We found his
Right.
jacket, and he never goes anywhere without that jacket. So something's wrong with those kids.
Yeah, he was. You are fairly certain that he was at the lake and was one of the kids that was swimming across, and he is now one of the teams
Right.
who
Like, I'm
disappeared
wondering
and
if we
came
can
back.
ask any of them.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they won't tell us because they are them now. I mean, could we just straight up be like, "Yo, are you like, did someone kill a dragon in that lake or what?"
Sure, you can ask around town. That'll go well.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it'll go well.
Well, there's no way to save them, is there? They're already blood-sucking fiends from beyond the grave, and now they're suffused with dragon blood, making them extra dangerous.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, ordinary vampires have failed to end the world so many times. It only makes sense that the real Ragnarok would be brought about by extra special ones.
Dragon. All right. Checking the Old Farmer's Almanac or whatever it is there any special days that are coming up ahead? Like, I don't know, a full moon that happens to be during a solstice or equinox or anything like that?
Nope.
Well,
There a party happening soon?
Oh, always.
I mean, I feel like we should hunker down and deal with them in the daytime because they're scary at night.
Yeah, it broke my car.
I mean, you can
Yeah.
bet that Kim is, I mean, her whole jam is that she organizes parties. So
Right.
you're certain. And actually, because Dauber thought about it, you probably go on your Facebook profile and you can see that, in fact, this coming Friday, another big party out at the lake.
Lake party, guys. See? Hey, look, I found your
Out
weird
at the
blood moon
lake.
solstice
Okay.
majigger.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Can you tell from that thing who's the sponsor or organizing of this event?
Kim,
Kim.
who is the chief marketing officer of the Pioneer Academy Pep Club.
Crash a party.
Yeah, we should crash this party. It's okay. You're actually good at this part.
Dark.
I mean,
What's
yeah, I'm down for going to a party.
Just walk in and be yourself, Mr. Payne. You're gonna do great.
Yes.
Yes,
Going to be in
I believe in you.
waiting for the Slayer and the rest of the team who will draw less attention than I will.
No. That's the idea.
Will make you look younger.
There's, boy, how am I not explaining this? So let's get some rest. We'll get up and, I don't know, have some Egos and monsters in the morning, and then whatever it is you kids do, and we'll try and make it to Friday.
All right. So you and you have several days between now and then. So everyone gets a nice night's rest. We'll say that Mr. Payne has some cots and things that people can stay in the Paulson Library in the select stacks down in the sanctum, and everyone recovers their Constitution score and health points.
Okay.
Sasha recovers her Constitution score in health points every hour, but the rest of you do it every day.
But what doesn't recover is Dauber's jacket.
Dauber's jacket is, not looking great.
I see a jacket at this party. I will accidentally kill a weird dragon vampire to get it.
Now, the fun part is the party
Why
is
don't we just get yours fixed?
yeah.
That's
It's
true.
yeah. I mean, it looks okay from the front, but the back is all messed up.
It's the principle of the thing.
We'll have to
And-
stay back together or something.
It's faux leather, so when that fireball hit it kind of got all bubbly and weird. not great.
All right, we got to give him a new one. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
Like, it's just a jacket.
Since we probably slept between that time we were awake and Friday, do I need to do a thing for the nightmares?
Well, so this is
that
the
we-
first time you have slept, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So yes, you do, because you have recurring nightmares. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and see if something weird happens as a result.
Yeah, me too.
Sure, it'll be fine.
You don't have the drawback of recurring nightmares. You can have a recurring nightmare if you would like, but it doesn't have the same mechanical effect. So that means that you need to just roll a d10, and we'll see what you get.
A 3.
All right, you are not exhausted. However, your dreams are very disturbing. Min likes to share little snippets of her life with you in your dreams. Mostly the murders and then more murders. Sort of a string of murders. She was more or less a serial killer.
Sounds like more.
But because of whatever tenuous psychic bond you have, she is aware of the threat that you face. And so you experience glimpses of Min and Freddy on a ship with some friends of theirs. And there's something large and ominous in the water. And it begins to smash their boat. And you see tentacles and ickiness. But then there's a flash. And that tentacled Cthulhu-esque beast becomes a giant dragon. Its burning maw, consuming the ship. And then Freddy's killed and Min is badly wounded. And then their fish person friend kills them all. Just like normal. But in the dream, the monster that is responsible for Min's demise becomes a dragon. So it's disturbing, but you aren't exhausted. So you aren't at a -1 penalty on everything.
Lovely.
Could be worse.
Could be worse.
Yep.
Melody, would you also give me... I think I would like you to give me a perception occultism roll.
13.
Excellent. You wake from that dream at like 3 in the morning. So you've only been asleep for a little bit of time. And you kind of toss and turn and look around and you see your friends around you, and you know you can feel the comforting embrace of the arch ceiling of the sanctum protecting you. But it takes you, it's going to take you a little while to fall back asleep. So you start to, you think maybe a little bit of a walk around will help you. So you kind of, toss your legs over the side of the cot and put your bare feet on the stone floor, and it's very cold. And you start to just take a little spin, maybe get yourself put right. And as you walk, something seems off. You don't remember this hallway being in the Paulson Library. You start to turn back toward the sanctum, and you open a door that you're sure leads into it, where your sleeping friends await you. And it's a classroom. It's a very nice classroom. Modern, like an interactive smart board, lots of flat screens. This is definitely not the Willow Park School. You walk further, and you're in. Your perception is somewhat vague, but it's almost like this is a labyrinth. Like you go downstairs, and then as you look over the stairwell, you can just see floor after floor after floor after floor of railing. And you know that the Pioneer Academy isn't like 17, 20, 30 stories tall. So somehow the awareness starts to seep into your mind that this is still a dream. And you start becoming a little bit worried because you're feeling trapped in this labyrinth that is the school. And you run, and you give up trying to keep track of the direction. And some voice inside starts to pull you. You stop trying to figure out which way to go to escape, and you start listening to this. It's almost like a ringing sound. You follow it into a grand hall set with long tables. It's a little Harry Potter-esque. So it's deep, rich wood, lots of carvings. This is clearly a place where kids come to eat. But it has a kind of Gothic style to it, very kind of old world. And there, at the front of the room, there is a little bit of a raised platform where the teachers typically eat. And above it, you see the coat of arms of the school. A black shield with white trim and a red sword. But in your dream, the sword is real. It is ringing. It is the red colors coming from both the color of the metal itself, as if it is somehow stained, but also from this faint pulsing glow that comes from it. What do you do in your dream?
Go over and reach for the sword.
Yeah.
You do. You reach for the sword, and it's solid. It's three-dimensional. But as soon as your hand makes contact with it, it's just painted wood. And then you fall through the shield, through the wall, and you find yourself in a chamber. There is a statue of a man, kind of a knight, but not in traditional fantasy like heavy plate, but clearly this is someone important. And that statue is holding the sword that you saw. And then you awaken in the exact same position that you woke up the first time.
Well, that was a trick.
Albert toots in his sleep.
Right. I'm sure. So, you waken in the morning, have some Eggos and lots of extra syrup. Some monsters. Get that caffeine rolling. You all are a little battered and, well, some of you are not battered and bruised at all. Sasha looks completely fine. Dabra and Melody are still a little bit battered and bruised, but feeling better in general than you were before. Melody, you are back at basically full health, right?
Yeah.
So it's purely cosmetic. Dabra's pretty close. It's mostly just the scrapes from eating concrete last night that are visible signs that you've been in a tumble.
Usually pick out a rock.
Yeah. So, survey. Juliet's gone. Don't know where. There's a super gross murder scene that probably has your DNA all over it. And there's a wrecked car sitting in the middle of the parking lot of the Paulson Library, where folks are going to start seeing it soon. What do you do?
Well, at least the crime scene, hopefully we've confused it a little bit with bleach and the whatnot.
Yeah.
But we definitely need to get the vehicles around back.
The Dauberville.
So we need to we could flip that back over, maybe with Sasha's obviously assistance, and get that pulled around back, throw a tarp over it, and kind of go from there.
Okay. So you can hide it.
And rebuild it later, right, bud?
Yeah, later.
Actually, doesn't someone have Greg Runson's card?
I do.
Has what?
Greg Runson. He's an old, like a 3 or 4 year old older version of Dauber. Burned out in high school and then worked in his dad's garage.
But you have his vehicle?
That has his card. He's the person that does auto repair for you also, Mr. Payne.
Gotcha. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
And was looking a little bit peaked yesterday.
Yeah.
And had I accidentally cut myself shaving in 2 perfect holes in my neck.
Yeah, so he's a dragon.
Well, we should talk to him anyway then.
Yes.
And maybe he can fix your car.
Yeah, let's fix my car.
Or maybe we could talk to him with the guise of asking him about this car and why it looks like this.
So, are we of the opinion that he is a dragon vampire man?
We're of the opinion that he's being fed on. We don't know what else, though.
Oh, okay. I'm working under the assumption that everyone in this VIP club...
He is not.
He's not in the VIP club.
He's not in the VIP club. Okay.
He's like Juliet.
And he was not at the party.
Okay. That's the saving grace for him. So we don't have to decapitate him. So that's.
I mean,
nice.
you might still have to. You don't know.
As of right now, he's not on the decapitation list.
Yeah.
Probably the best we can say.
You have a list?
Okay. Next on the let's go talk to him. Let's do the investigating thing. We'll just say something mundane like Dauber got drunk and wrapped his car around a pole. That's normal teenage.
I think he's going to see through that because of these claw marks, but we can try.
Well, the good news is that it's really Mr. Payne's station wagon that has looks like someone was using the jaws of life to try to open up the roof. The damage to Dauber's car is mostly blunt force.
So we'll have them taken over, and maybe I can even take a hammer to a couple of those, just kind of disguise the claw marks a bit, and
sure,
we'll go from there.
Why don't you go ahead and give me an intelligence, Mr. Fix-It, or Dauber, and Dauber, you can give us a strength, Mr. Fix-It, since you'll both be working together.
Ooh. I was just gonna say I was gonna tell him that I was doing whippies and just doing donuts in the parking lot.
Yep.
And I hit a dragon. All right, that's
up there. 10. What is this? Intelligence?
Yep.
14.
Cool.
4 degrees of success. 16.
Ooh, lovely. So between you, with Mr. Payne's discerning eye and Dauber's strength and natural and probably better aptitude with tools, let's face it, because you actually have appointed Mr. Fix-It versus Mr. Payne, you are able to, you think, adequately disguise the damage to your vehicles to make it less obvious that it was the result of an attack from an otherworldly creature. Not that is everyone's first assumption, but this is Willow Bluff. So it's a good thought. And you also take the time to clean the puddle of blood out of the passenger seat of Dauber's car where Melody was sitting.
It's a small pile.
Yeah. It was, yeah.
I realize that I'm about to go out into the world and I am shirtless and jacketless, so I find a t-shirt that's too small for me.
Yes.
And it says Daddy's Little Monster, and it fits me just like a crop top.
Sure. Why not?
I'm going to get a matching one for the dog eventually.
Okay. There was an attempt several years ago to drum up some interest in, this is before Syntech opened their facility. So some people got the bright idea to come up with a lake monster story. And someone like a previous mayor had a bunch of t-shirts and pins and buttons and tote bags and stuff made, thinking that if they could, create this story, that it would attract a bunch of people. And, people would think it was just a big fish, but fishing is a really big industry up here in the summer. So I thought it'd be a fun little thing to do. So all of the extra inventory, because like 3 pieces ever sold, all of the extra inventory made its way to the basement of the Paulson Library. So yes, there is in fact any number of Daddy's Little Monster t-shirts and tank tops and things. So you are wearing a girl's t-shirt.
Yep. And somehow I'm still cooler than Mr. Payne.
Yeah.
I don't know. No. I gave you a sweatshirt. Dauber, would you here's a sweatshirt.
Right around my waist. Thanks.
No,
Yo, Dauber, nice tank. Did we get clothes for Melody?
Yes. Melody can actually
Okay.
find something that fits.
Okay.
Can I take Brutus out for a walk?
Yes.
He
By the way,
probably needs to pee.
Brutus 100% peed and pooped in the sanctuary while you guys were sleeping.
Yeah, we cleaned it up when we woke up.
Yeah.
okay, the dog has to be out back. We can't. These are 800-year-old manuscripts. We can't have the dude next to the.
Okay, but Mr. Payne, if we put that dog out back, that dog is going to get eaten, and you know it.
No, it's fine. Just he can't be here. Okay, he can't be in here.
All right. Well,
Go over to periodicals. No one ever goes to that section anymore.
Melody, he will fit in one of the Daddy's Little Monster tote bags.
Okay.
So he's a purse dog now.
With.
So you got Brutus in a bag.
Yep.
Yes. And oddly enough, Melody was able to find Daddy's Little Lake Monster, like men's large sweatshirt that is absolutely swallowing her. And Dauber was somehow only able to find a child's medium
No, but
in pink.
we can't take a Pomeranian with us.
We absolutely can.
But no. Fine.
Fashionable.
Yes. So this is what Greg Runson sees when he pulls up in his tow truck. Because Dauber's car is going to need to be towed.
Okay.
He sees this ragged assortment of youths and Mr. Payne.
Good morning. How are you? We have a vehicle here having a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, it looks wrecked to shit.
Yes. Yeah. It's not done well. There was a little incident with a light post last night. So if we could get it fixed up, I'm sure it would be quite appreciative. How are you feeling?
Me?
Yeah.
Fine.
Does he look pale?
Yeah.
You still sleeping rough bed?
Oh yeah. I talked to you guys yesterday. Yeah. It's probably allergies or something. It's also really early.
Allergies. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You don't have any coffee or anything, do you?
No.
You're a monster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Seriously, hit me with one.
Yeah. We oblige.
Okay. Nice shirt.
Thank you. Yeah.
Is that like
Matches their dog.
is that the new thing?
Yeah. I'm making it a thing.
Cool.
Breaking
Everyone's
boundaries.
wearing them now.
Awesome.
Even the Melody has one. The dog has one. You want one? We got some more in the basement.
Sure.
I got you, bro.
But like adult size, please.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
Okay. So he'll take it and be
'cause
like,
only Dauber can rock a child size.
yeah. He's probably thinking like, he can always use more rags around the shop, but it's fine. He's also just being nice. I'm gonna need to take a look. It looks like the frame's bent. This is gonna be sorry, ma'am. This is gonna be a major undertaking. I'm gonna have to take it back, take a look at it, and give you a quote.
No worries. Take your time.
What happened to the roof of your car?
I made a sunroof.
No. Well, yeah, and also you probably shouldn't do that. That's probably one of the reasons it's so wrecked.
Well, it's so I don't pick up vampires.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Sure.
So anyway, the roof of my car. Strangest thing in the world, rebar fell off of a construction site and put these bizarre holes in the top. Lucky to have survived. Quite an experience for me.
I don't know. It must be. I don't really take for astrology, but it must be like bad luck season or so. What is it? Mercury in retrograde or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure it's that. I'm sure the problems are all astrological. Yeah.
I mean, I don't put much stock in it, but it does seem like things are kind of off, doesn't it?
It does. It does. I'm just wondering, have you noticed amongst some of the other youths in town that there is a I don't know, additional stress going around, shall we say? Maybe due to dark forces beyond our control. Some just your normal.
Well, it's finals week at the academy. A lot of those kids seem kind of stressed out.
Really, have you noticed anyone acting particularly strange? Because I'll be honest, I wonder if someone did this to my car on purpose. Because yeah. So I'm honestly trying to figure out who it was.
Well, that girl Eva, her house burned down.
Did.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you saw like the smoke and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So she's, I'm sure, super stressed out.
Yeah. Is she okay? I mean, have we seen her recently?
Yeah. I think she's around. I think I saw her yesterday.
Okay. All right. Nothing unusual
with that weird pale chick Ada.
Oh, Ada, the weird pale.
And that girl
one.
Kim was like chasing after them. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And that girl that I can't remember her name. That new girl that looks kind of like the chick from The Ring. Super spooky and weird.
With the long hair.
Yeah, she was hanging out there too.
Oh, because she's new, right?
Yeah.
You don't. Yeah. What was
she reminds me of that girl Mary.
Mary.
That one that disappeared. Scary Mary, the girl who disappeared, and then there was all these like, if you say Scary Mary 3 times in the mirror at night, she'll come and eat you.
Oh yeah, we know all about Scary Mary. We used to make people do that. That used to be one of the go-to dares when you played Truth or Dare.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and you know what? And I figured out like it was never scary when you did it in the mirror. I think it was stupid. But I did hear that if you actually went out to the grain elevator where she died and did it, that like people have seen stuff or gone missing and like blah blah blah, like all that stuff. I have heard that.
This is a weird town, man. I wouldn't put it past it.
You don't think so? I think it's a myth. But they did say they were like, if you actually go to that site and do it, it's a different outcome than when you just do it in the mirror at your house during like a sleepover.
Who knows? That's possible.
That's like the Munger Road thing. Yeah, I'm sure it's all just hooey. So, well, thank you very much for coming out and retrieving the vehicle. We'll be by later for the roof. Make sure.
Oh yeah, this is totally roadworthy. I'd keep it in the garage if it starts raining because the holes.
Yes, I've noticed. Yeah, the holes from the rebar, definitely the rebar.
Well, I mean, I'll keep an eye out if anyone else is getting their vehicles vandalized. I'll certainly let you. Have you talked to the police?
We're getting ready to file an official report. It was just last night, so we want to try and see if we can get some information to assist the authorities in apprehending these malcontents.
Those academy kids, they're wound pretty tight. And with that teacher disappearing, I can imagine that's an extra stressor. Maybe some of them decided to blow off some steam.
What was that teacher's name again? Sorry, I forgot.
God, what was it? It was like Carnelian.
Oh,
or
of course,
Carnadine.
Carradine.
Something. Oh, Vermilion.
Yes.
Cynthia.
I mean, that's why they're throwing that Rager Friday,
Gray Toyota hatchback, Cynthia. Yeah.
Oh, gray Toyota hatchback.
Yeah. Yeah. I mostly know people by like what cars they drive.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, you don't have to. I'll let you know if it's like. I mean, you've got insurance, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm talking to Dauber here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let you know what the estimate is, and if it's worth more than the car. I mean, it's a classic, but if it's worth more than the car, you might have to talk to your insurance company.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
So once he drives off, the first thing I'm going to do is look over at Dauber and go, "Do you really have insurance?"
Well, you have a driver's license, so of course you have insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, right? Mm-hmm.
You probably have minimum.
My parents pay for it.
Yeah.
All right, so who do we need to talk to? It sounds like this Ava girl.
Ada, you mean? Ada or Ava?
Ava. Ava's the
they
one.
hang out together all the time.
Eva is the one whose house burned down.
Oh, Ava's the one whose house burned down. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can go see him. Maybe we can bring him this hot dish.
What? Why?
People love hot dishes when they're sad.
I know. I like dish, and I'm sad right now too. So let's leave that in the fridge. All right. Let's. If you
Okay.
little
It's
single
gone.
serving baggies, put it in the freezer. That would be nice.
All right. Well, I mean, let's go find her then. Let's go find Ava.
Okay, where do you find young people these days? I mean,
Students at Pioneer Academy are in school this week.
Yeah.
This is their finals week.
We can like be creepy and hang out outside the school and pick her up after school, or like talk to her after school. Not pick her up. That sounds even worse.
Can we enter into the school?
If you want to trespass into a school, you can certainly give it a try.
No, we could probably go to the school though if we say that we're thinking about going there. They could probably pair us up with someone and let us what do they call it, shadowing or whatever.
It is not open enrollment.
Oh.
Yeah, even maybe even especially for you.
I'm really good at football.
They don't have a
that's
football
true.
team.
They don't?
No.
They can make one.
They have a recreational softball team, and they have boys and girls lacrosse, and that's it.
I hate these people. Never mind.
Very smart.
It is
That's
100% academically rigorous. I would say that
I can read.
Sasha is actually smarter than any of you, so she could probably get in, but she doesn't apply herself. Mr. Payne could probably pass the entrance exams, but it would not be trivial. It's hard to get into unless you have a bunch of money or connections.
That's just as we can buy. All right.
Solid middle class. Nice family upbringing. That's what Sasha and I are rocking with.
All right. Let's well, who can we go to then during the day? Because we want to fill this day full of productive activities.
You don't think we should we see some of the people we think are vampires like during the day when they're not scary?
To your knowledge, all of your suspects are members of the VIP Pep Club, and therefore,
Yeah, let's go there. Let's see if we can crash a meeting or something.
That's Pioneer Academy.
Yeah, let's go to the Pioneer Academy and see if we can crash a meeting.
We could just walk in the middle of the school day.
Well, I mean,
Not to mention, even if they are vampires, there's education going on. We don't want to disrupt the classroom.
no,
Disrupt the
those
what?
kids want to be disrupted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what is your plan?
Yes.
Kicking down the doors.
Yeah, no, we should.
Just driving.
How old is Dauber?
17?
Oh, you're still in high school, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I was gonna say someone could go there and pretend like they're trying to get a job there as like a kitchen person or something,
Or
a janitor.
Or a teacher.
Oh, or a teacher.
We know that's old.
If only you knew someone who had
Who do we know
teaching
that's old and a
credentials.
teacher?
Old and smart.
Who
Walk up.
Yeah.
and if only there were like an
Knowledge around the
opening,
library.
like there was an opening on staff that someone could have heard of. Jeez, if only
Like
you had
AP
planned.
Lit, you mean?
Wish we had
Right.
a librarian.
Too bad.
Right.
Okay. I will engage my best, Mr. Phelps, and attempt to gain access in the guise of an applicant.
Yes, this is gonna go swimmingly.
Easy enough. So
Practice.
Mr. Payne goes it alone into
Wait, can I give him an air? Wait, AirPods are too obvious. I was gonna try to send him in there with like an earbud or something, but all right, good luck in there, bud.
I'm gonna pop his collar and then spray him with a little bit of perfume so he looks at least like.
What are you doing? No,
it's good. It's good. Just go. Just go.
Yeah, you make him wear a scarf and tell him to affect a French accent. I'm Monsieur Payne.
No. I'm gonna put my best like brown striped tie on.
Yeah.
And
tweed jacket with the elbow patches. Yeah, 100%.
A good, not like a Bic ballpoint, but like my good Mont Blanc, just so I can try and I guess approach the school.
Your nicest pocket protector. Yes.
Yeah, but it's in so the rest of the kids to wait outside. If anything terrible happens, I'll send you a text message.
Yes. Sounds good. Cool. So I think I would like Mr. Payne to give me an intelligence influence roll, please.
Okay, so that was a 3.
Oh.
6.
8.
8. That's not gonna cut it.
Do we have any mana boons?
Not gonna cut it. Hey, if you didn't send any boons out, now's the time, man. Somebody out there in DV land, help me out.
Let's see what the status is.
Help me out.
We have 2 majors, 4
my
minors.
sister dropped one.
Yeah.
Yo,
Thanks,
awesome.
Mar. So you can use a major boon to reroll or add +3, or you can use a minor boon to add +1 to get a 9, which a 9 is enough for a degree of success or a level of success. It's not going to be super impressive, but it'll be enough to not fail.
Let's use a minor and save the major ones for when the vampire dragon attacks.
Oh, that's a good idea. So you come up with a 9. So you make your way to the administrative office and probably wait a good 45 minutes. The principal is busy at a conference, but the assistant principal will see you and then just kind of like, well, we haven't posted the opening. We're still trying to figure out what happened to Miss Vermillion. It's unlike her. She's been with, I don't know how long she's been here. Certainly longer than I have. And really longer than anyone. I mean, she's the longest serving member of faculty as far as anyone can tell. Always kind of kept to herself. But, I mean, it's assuming that she doesn't come back. And honestly, if she came back now, we'd have to have some serious conversation about just abandoning your post like right at the end of the school year. But I suppose it wouldn't hurt to take your application. Do you have a resume?
Yes, here. And I say, hey, well, would you need someone to? I mean, who's filling in currently in the room?
One Miss Gilly.
Oh dear, truly?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Oh, why? Is there something we should be concerned about? No. She came highly recommended.
She's entirely adequate, of course.
Yeah. I mean, granted, her specialty is mathematics, but
again, a mathematician this is a literature position, of course.
Well,
correct?
It's just administering the tests.
Okay, I'm sure she'll be fine.
I mean, the actual scoring and the evaluation for the AP credit is done by the College Board anyway, so we just needed someone who was available to keep the students
certainly
on track.
Would it be okay to go and at least see the room? I mean, obviously I hear some great and wonderful things about your students and their studiousness and their quality attention to detail.
Well, we do have rather advanced facilities, so it might be worthwhile to, yeah, sure. Lunch will start here in a moment and the room should be vacant. So if you wouldn't mind waiting, so another like 15 minutes or so, and then some chimes ring. And then one of the administrative assistants, because the vice principal's not gonna, he's got things to do. Yes. A nice young lady, very kind of efficient and corporate, will. Oh, so you're interested in a position here at the Pioneer Academy? Well, I hope that your credentials are very impressive. We're very selective about both our students and our staff.
Yes.
And
of
then
course.
on the way up to the second floor, we'll talk to you about all the wonderful accomplishments of the Syntech education, or the Syntech Foundation for Education and Society, and how they've opened schools in all sorts of underprivileged parts of the world, and how they're training the next generation of scientists and innovators, and you just basically get the corporate spiel.
Very good, very good. And, yes.
And we'll take you to the room, and you can see it. It is
good.
much as described to Melody in her vision last night.
On her way to the room, is it the facility just right here, just the men's room, the boys' room? I just to make a quick visit,
Sure.
if you excuse me.
Any thoughts?
So I pop in, and of course, I want to see the graffiti. Is there anything like there's like, for dark powers, or come to the lake, or coded messages written on the walls and that sort of thing that would be indicative of?
In fact, there is no graffiti.
What?
Yeah, they probably repaint it every night if there is.
Yeah.
No graffiti in the boys' room?
No graffiti in the boys' room. It's actually clean.
Evil. Now I'm scared. I was concerned. Now
Get
I'm
out. Abort.
scared. Okay, without touching anything, I'm going to back out.
We have no power here.
All right. So I see the room. Again, I'm going to try and do like a perception to look for, I don't know, higher geometries, occult sort of references.
Perception notice.
Floorboards. I see nothing. I'm like, look, desks.
We have so many banes. We do have banes. We have so many boons.
It's going to take a major one for this. I literally rolled a 1.
We have 3 majors,
Okay, let's use them.
and they're a renewable resource.
I'm going to do it. Come on, use a different dice this time.
Nope. Come on.
Okay, this is embarrassing. Boy. I don't know. Do I want to blow another one? Literally, I've rolled 2 1s in a row.
Oh my God. Go ahead.
There's no way you're gonna do it again. I mean, you can actually.
You
the same
absolutely can.
Chances.
Third time's the charm.
There you go.
How math works.
Listen. I'm a math teacher, okay?
Yeah, I know. All right. All right. This time we got is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 plus occultism.
No notice.
12. I just lost my notice.
Your notice is 2. So,
Hey, 14. Sorry,
14.
just for some reason my eyes weren't focusing. 14.
all right.
I took 3 rolls.
I know, right? You thought you were alone in the men's room. You are not. You hear a soft sniffling coming from one of the stalls. You look down and you don't see anyone's feet.
Nose
Is-
candy.
Everything okay in here? Knock, knock.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's you hear a faint, not quite French, a Quebecois accent.
Canadians.
Yes. The piping voice of a young boy whose voice hasn't broken yet. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. He's my best consoling teacher voice. Do we need to get assistance for you?
Oh, no, I'm okay. And then the door will creak open and you will see one young Mr. Moreau in his little slightly rumpled Pioneer Academy uniform. He's obviously been sniffling.
Oh, hello. I'm Mr. Payne, and you are
My name's Moreau.
Moreau.
Oh, that's what everyone calls me.
Oh, okay. This is so everything is all right. You're not experiencing it. I heard some signs of distress.
It's just that some of the upperclassmen are very mean, sir.
Oh, they can be. Yes, especially to the smarter ones.
It's true. It's true. A lot of people get their places here because their family is connected or they have money, and I studied very, very hard, sir, to qualify. And my family sacrificed a lot to move us here. And my father took a position with Syntech, and I have to say I'm very proud that I scored all on my own, just through my own hard work. I scored top marks and was granted a position here. I just didn't think it would be so hard, sir.
Oh yes, it is. It is challenging here, but what in particular is giving you a hard time? Maybe, I mean, not that I can give a lot of advice to you. You know, the world has changed since I was your age, but what is it that's causing? They're making fun of you for, or that's causing you your distress? It isn't because you play Dungeons and Dragons, is it?
How did you know, sir? He puts his little dice bag in his lunch pail. No. Well, first, just a few days ago, I was accosted by Bethany. She's a brute, sir, a total brute. She's the captain of the ladies lacrosse team. She accused me of stealing her phone.
What? How absurd!
I know, and then these nicer girls came in and kind of rescued me. I particularly like, well, anyway, but they're much nicer. They saved me from Bethany.
Oh, it's okay to mention the names of people that you like. I'm sure it's fine. I mean, you've got, it's normal school things. And
well, sir, everyone really likes Eva. It seems like everyone in school has a big crush on her, but I kind of like her friend Ada. She's quiet like I am. She's very, very smart.
Eva, the pale one.
I suppose.
Yeah.
It's Minnesota, sir. Everyone's pale.
Oh, okay. That's
it's
like saying, yeah.
But
well, we'd best get you back onto class.
Yes. Yes.
What class are you in now?
Oh, I'm going to chemistry lab, sir.
Very good. Very good.
But it's lunch period now.
Oh, so it is. Very good. So
would you maybe eat with me?
Sure.
I don't really want to go to the cafeteria.
Sure. You have your lunch with you.
Yes.
Sure. Let's just go over into Ms. Vermilion's room here. We'll just leave the door open and sit here and
Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
So
go across.
Yes, and he will share his little orange slices and PB&J with you. He's very, very nice, very polite, sweet young fellow.
I like orange slices.
And being, just leveraging your teacherly skills, he will spin you a tale of the pep club and how it wasn't a thing, and now it's a thing. And the members of the pep club, all mostly upperclassmen, are very strange, and that he's frightened of them. And that Eva seemed to have some authority over them. But something happened between yesterday and today. Like a few of the members of the pep club were being very aggressive with him, and Eva stopped them. And it's almost like they obeyed her. Like she had control over them. And that made him feel better because Eva's nice, and Eva's best friends with Ada, and Ada is kind of his dream girl. But today, everything's different.
Oh, really? How so?
Well, they were harassing him.
Both together?
Well, no, some of the members of the club were taunting him, and he was legit frightened. And Eva appeared and stared them down and gave them a very authoritative order to leave him alone. And they turned at her, and sir, they snarled.
They snarled, like literally snarled.
Yes.
See.
And Eva was taken aback.
So sometimes children can be cruel, and sometimes
Yes,
they
sir.
can be vicious. I think it would be a good idea if you best avoided them.
That's my plan, sir.
Yes, yeah, and this afternoon when you go home, how do you get home normally?
I walk, sir.
Choose a different route.
That's very smart, sir.
And
Are you going to come and teach here?
I'm sorry?
Are you going to come and teach here?
Possibly. I'm looking the place over. Obviously, they're very selective here, and I'm selective about where I go.
Well, I hope you do, sir. You're a good teacher.
Well, thank you for that. But just you take care of yourself. Stay away from those kids.
I will.
And just make sure you record all your experience points correctly with the date, so that your dungeon master knows that you're keeping an accurate count.
We use milestone because we're on 5e.
Milestones?
Yeah.
You're using milestones
Yes.
now.
Okay.
That's the rest of the lunch period. I have to go to lab now, sir. Thank you.
Stones. Okay. All right. That trauma having been absorbed, I will go back out and see if Miss Corporate is waiting for me anywhere.
Oh, well, and you told her what was going on, and she approved. So she thought it was nice to have a teacher spend time with young Mr. Moreau. So as you had promised, as the hallways fill with students making their way to their after lunch classes, you head down to the administrative office, check in with her, turn in your visitor's pass, and she walks you out.
Very good. Get back out to the rest of the gang and be like, well, Pep Club is evil, and it's definitely them.
Yeah.
Melody,
Yep.
you have a strange feeling.
And the feeling.
Is it the tater cap?
As Mr. Payne, you guys are all kind of standing by Mr. Payne's car. Mr. Payne is out in the parking lot, and you're having this conversation. He's reporting in, and your turn to watch and listen. You have a strange feeling, and Melody turns and looks back towards the school. On the roof of the school, you see 10, 12, 14 students standing at the very edge, heedless of the surely fatal drop, staring at your group. And that's where we'll end it.
This is trouble. It's still daytime though, right?
Yeah, that's why they're students.
Okay, good. Whew.
Just after lunch, which is what's important.
We need to kill them during lunch.
That won't be hard. Get some bad stroganoff. That'll take the whole school out.
Got him.
Get your crossbow out.
Yes. And as the camera tightens in on Melody's face, we all hear that ringing from her dream.
Oh no.
I'm sure we're fine.
It's not coming from them, Melody. It's coming from the school. As you look at them and you see them, you make eye contact over hundreds of yards, right? They're just shapes silhouetted against the sky. But as you make contact with them, both with your eyes and to some degree with your mind, you are aware of a sense of menace. And in response to that sense of menace, you hear that ringing sound from somewhere in the school.
Yikes.
Good times. That's not for
cool.
It's
We're gonna
fine.
be fine.
It's fine.
Everything's fine.
It's all good.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Gosh, I hope I'm OP enough.
Hope I'm cute enough to live.
Tomorrow.
This is bad, Mr. Payne. If all of those are identical to the creatures that you encountered last night, this is problematic.
We don't have enough cars.
You don't have enough cars. You need some. It's almost like you need some sort of weapon. other than just stakes
Well, I have a crossbow.
and
No.
crossbows.
We need a mystical weapon. Like we would need.
Oh, right.
Yeah. If only
Caroline has a big gun.
it's true.
The firearms are not the answer to this. We need a mystical weapon.
I mean, it might be. You never know.
It's pretty. It's a SMG. It's pretty impressive.
Carolyn went toe to toe with a friggin' Wendigo out in the woods. She's fine, and she's like 70.
Yeah. She's
So the Slayer better not be worried. But we shall see when we return next week for the third and concluding episode of Sasha the Vampire Slayer.
Very exciting.
Cool. Hey, let's do the thing where you tell people who you are and where they can catch you next. Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara Winning My Sales. I sometimes stream video games. You can catch me on twitch.tv/Mara Winning My Sales. I'm hoping that I get to play a couple of games this weekend. I'm looking to play some Link to the Past, so hopefully I can make that happen. But yeah, Sin.
Hi, I'm Sin or sinful__potato. That's with 2 underscores. You can find me here on Twitch at that username, or Twitter or Instagram or YouTube, TikTok pending. I post VODs of stuff on YouTube. There's one coming out on Friday, as mentioned before. And if you like masks, TTRPGs, and you like our good friend 98 Tough Love, she'll be streaming a masks game. It's the first episode of Unfathomable over on her channel at some point in time on Saturday, June 11th. So go check that out.
Woot masks.
That's fun. Yes, masks. Yeah. That's me. Grog nerd.
Only found here, so tune in next week.
And at a physical table rolling math dice in meat space.
Yeah, I'm afraid it's still my main jam. So, but tune in next week.
Yes.
And I'm Megan Amel, and I'm on Twitch, and I have a YouTube and an Instagram and all that stuff. So you can, if you hit up my Twitch, which is just at meganamel.tv, there's panels on there that have all the other information. So you can also go to my Linktree as well, which is at Linktree/meganamel. And I will be streaming tomorrow during the day, in the afternoon, early afternoon, probably morning, early afternoon, and then Thursday night, and then, Saturday during the day like normal. But I will be back here Tuesday with these fine people, where we are supposed to conclude, yes?
Yes.
It's going to be fine.
Yeah, so it will be the conclusion of Sasha the Vampire Slayer. So it'll be interesting to see if we survive or if I end up decapitated. So
It's true.
we'll be here Tuesday for sure. If you can't find me anywhere else, I'll be here Tuesday.
Yeah, kind of depends on if you can follow the visions that Melody is getting.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
We'll see. Cool. And I am Zero or Zero Daylight, or Michael, or DM or GM, or whatever, keeper, narrator, whatever the system requires me to be. I run games here usually a couple times a week. I get to play sometimes. I play Wednesday nights over at the Duckbark channel. And on Sunday nights, along with Meg and Maro's lovely wife, Hel, with Elicity and Juices TV, that is simul-streamed on Juices TV and the Elicity channels. We do something similar, usually very silly one-shots and two-shots of a variety of very kind of rules-light games, or games that I make up during the week. I'm not quite sure what we'll be running this Sunday. I have some ideas, but we'll come and join us Sunday evening for that shenanigans. Let's see. We should probably go see if anyone that we know and like is up and running, so we can rate them. What do you think, Meg? Everybody.
Yeah, we could go see. We got a couple different options. We could go see someone doing Legends of Eidolon? I don't know. That's Zealous Zam. We also have Hippos playing Builder Simulator.
Ooh,
Blink Games is playing Grounded.
Blinky's up. Batty is
Sassman was
live.
playing Yakuza.
And Backwin is live.
Oh yeah, go hit up Backwin for sure.
Let's go hit it back. Batty. I don't think we've rated Batty in a while.
No, I don't think we have either.
So let's do that.
Cool.
It will probably annoy him,
Yeah.
which is the kind of the point.
Just go, make sure when you get in there, ask him about penguins, okay?
Ask him about penguins. Join
Yeah.
the PNN, the Penguin News Network, which is his Discord, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It's amazing. So yeah, let's go over and drop
Here's our
in.
raid
Yeah,
call,
awesome. Would you do the raid 2
Yeah.
for those that aren't the subs?
Yeah, if you're not subbed, you can use this one.
Yeah. So go spam the crap out of Batty's chat to annoy him and throw him off his game. And ask him lots and lots of questions about penguin related things. It will be very entertaining. Awesome. Cool. Well, thanks a lot for joining us, and we will see you again soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.